and sit down.
Welcome everybody to the 3POA podcast, episode 66. I'm your host, LaserPants, also known as Ryan. I am joined, as always, by the CEO of Valaverse, the man behind Action Force, one, Bobby Vala. What's up, Bobby?
What's up, guys?
I
feel like I haven't done one of these shows in forever.
It's been a while. It's been like 4 weeks.
Wow.
But that's because you've been out of town.
I was out of town, looked for a little bit. Yeah.
In the Caribbean? Yeah, Jamaica.
Yeah, I guess Jamaica. Yeah, Jamaica's in the Caribbean. It's right below Cuba. So
yeah. How was that? Good time?
Water was crystal clear, so I guess that's the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It was absolutely awesome. It was everything me and my wife needed. We didn't do any excursions, which is crazy because I like to just veg. She likes to do excursions. To me, I'm like, I don't want to leave the resort. I pay for the resort. I'm not leaving.
Yep.
She always wants to do something, but this time she was just like, nope, I want to sit at the pool and I want to read my book. And I'm like, good. And it was the best thing. We had such a great time just vegging out, and it was awesome. But then we came back to like real life and kids and stuff, and I was like, man, we should have just stayed.
You should just buy a house there.
Right? That's what I told her. I was like, we could probably get a house and land really cheap here. And I was like, we'll just have your parents send the kids down. I was like, just stay here. Yeah. I don't need anything from home. Just I got my laptop. Just stay here.
Yep. Do it all from there.
Yep.
Well, I mean, speaking of which, you just bring your laptop because you have employees there at the office.
That's true.
Doing all the important stuff, right? You just hired someone new. Did you want to?
I did just hire somebody new. Our chief content officer, Michael Kelly. I knew Michael Kelly when I was at Hasbro, and he was their senior VP of publishing, so like super high level role. And he was a guy that knew the Joe brand like in and out. I was like talking with him, really good guy, very knowledgeable, but like tons of contacts, tons of experience. And the second I saw he was laid off, I'm like, hey man, as soon as your severance is up, let's talk. And he loved what I was doing with Action Force, which is funny because I'm sure he hated it while he was at Hasbro.
Well, he's a man of exquisite taste.
Yeah. But he's part of Team Valaverse now. So their loss is my gain. So yeah, having Michael on board, I'm telling you right now, the stuff he's telling me, the talks he's having is really going to be felt immediately here. So
cool.
Huge stuff. And I think we're going to be announcing some of those contributions probably at the DFW panel. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So I saw some people asking, oh, this is like going to be your YouTube guy? Because you've been putting out some great YouTube content, but he's not doing YouTube.
No, Michael's not doing. Listen, Michael's too good for YouTube. Listen, my YouTube guy, Matt, is fantastic. He also does Toy Fed's YouTube. So, and their channel is amazing. So he does my YouTube. Michael is going to be handling all content as far as publishing, comic books, video games, animation, anything content wise, any sort of creative media. He will be handling and fostering and making things happen with. So very exciting.
So he joins your warehouse team, and Mark Weber, who is your chief operations officer. Did I get that right?
Not chief. He's just an operations manager.
Operations manager. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Gotcha. Cool. Right on.
I do have one more person that I just haven't announced yet, and it's a big get. He's a really good friend of mine. He was actually the one that got me hired at Hasbro, so it's kind of funny that I'm his boss now. But I'll have to talk to him about letting me announce that. So
cool. Right on. Yeah, I'm surprised you're back from Jamaica with no tan.
It kind of wore off a little bit, although the lighting here is really terrible. But I had a really nice tan when I got back.
I thought I was going to be bright red going into the show today because we had our first sunny day here in Seattle. It was like 70 degrees out. Whoa. So I was like 6 hours outside doing yard work. Okay. But I didn't get burned. I thought for sure I was getting burned today. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, let's say hi to the chat. By the way, guys, this is a fan Q&A. So any questions you guys got for us, send them our way. I'll do my best to star them all in the chat here. Got a couple of things I want to hit on. But first, let's say hi to you guys. First of all, go ahead.
I also have something I want to bounce off the chat. So I want to get your feedback on something that's related to affecting Action Force moving forward. So we'll get into that later.
Awesome. First up, 206 Toys. What's up, man? Thank you very much for the super chat. He says, "What's up, 3POA?" What's up, Brandon? Hope you're doing. Brandon had a kid not too long ago. He's got a tiny little baby. Yeah.
Congrats, man.
We got Big Time Nerd here. Actually, this is technically our first question of the night, and I think it's a good one. Big Time Nerd 1990 says, "I wonder if Bobby has been watching X-Men 97. Anyone else enjoying it? Surprisingly."
I have not been watching it. Alex is ridiculing me for not watching it. You know what it is? It's hard for me to get into animation. I like watching real things, really grounded stuff. So I was watching Invincible, and I got to the second season. It was not a labor for me. I just lost interest because it's I just don't really dig animation, which is funny because I'm really pushing animation for Action Force. I know that it's huge for people. I know people like it. It's just hard for me to watch animated things. I haven't seen any of Into the Spider-Verse movies, the new Ninja Turtles or anything like that. I just don't care for animation. So yeah, while X-Men was huge for me in the 90s, I don't know. I just don't care for it now. Also, it's I just don't like what they did. Listen, if you're going to call it X-Men 97 and you're going to make it this very nostalgia-based thing, just make it look like the old one. What? It's listen, hey, we're going to do this thing, but I want to have my own take on it and make it different. Why?
Dude, I gotta defend it a little bit, surprisingly, because I went in expecting to hate it. My kid was binge watching the original series again. So I was watching it with him, and when the new one came out, I went in there. I was being a big grump. Get off my lawn. This is going to suck.
Get off my lawn.
Disney sucks, right? It's going to be a big pile of crap. And those first 2 episodes really sucked me in. It felt like I was watching the old show.
Okay.
It's really, really well done. I could nitpick it, but I just think the show... I keep expecting it to fall off, and it absolutely could fall off. But up to this point, I think we're 5 episodes in. It's been, in my opinion, damn good.
Okay.
So that's my take on X-Men 97 so far. Thanks, Big Time Nerd. We got, let's see here. Junkie on Crafts and Build says, "Get your drinks ready, boys and girls." I got mine. You got yours, Bobby?
I'm trying to hydrate a little bit, so I got my vitamin water here, but as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to break into some honey mead. So
we drink alcohol in this show. Okay. Figure Fever with the super chat. Thank you, Figure Fever. He says, "Hi, Ryan, Bobby, and everyone in chat." Real quick. Figure Fever. Thank you so much, man. He sent this out to me. He sent this my way. He found this probably at a Target that you go to, Bobby.
Okay.
So I got the Cyclops from him. Again, I know I've already said thanks to you, man, but it bears repeating because I do appreciate it. These figures have dried up in my area. They're gone.
Really?
People are digging X-Men 97, and
I've seen them. They're great figures.
Yeah, they did a good job. Drew G says LaserPants getting liquored up, just a little. This is my me time. This is my unwind time. Let's see here. We got Stygian 360 says, loving the short form videos you've been doing in behalf of Valaverse lately, Bobby.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
thanks.
That one today was really good.
that one, I was very excited for that one to come out because, you know, I love those GQ and Vanity videos where they talk to actors and actresses and they go through, like, you know, some of their favorite roles they've done. And I said, hey, man, I want to do one like that, just like that, same format. But I want to talk about, like, things I've worked on, like some of my favorite items that I worked on that aren't Action Force. And it was fun to shoot that and, you know, go back and talk about that stuff. And I like couldn't wait for that video to come out. So I was excited for that one. So hopefully you guys dig it. I've gotten a lot of great comments about it. Maybe we'll do more of it. I might do something where maybe I talk about, like, you know, 5 of the worst items I ever worked on. You know, ones that just didn't work out well or something like that.
Like
or
Six-Arm Spider-Man, right?
That Spider-Man place, it'll be number 1 on there. I just bought one on eBay the other day. So yeah, so maybe we'll do that. And then the next 2 videos we have coming are going to be enormous because we have the last Road to 100 video, and then we have the 100th figure announcement video. So 2 weeks from today, you guys will know what the 100th item is.
And then we can talk about it that night on the 3POA. In fact, I want to have...
So actually we can't.
Okay.
Because looking at a calendar, it will... So next week is the 27th, and then the Saturday after is the 4th. That is the day I'm leaving for China.
And how long are you in China?
Till the 11th. So the week after that, I guess we could talk about it.
Okay.
So that'll be
the 18th.
The 18th. Oh no, I'm sorry. I have a show. I'll be in Danbury, Connecticut for that.
Jeez, Bobby, you're killing me.
Sorry, man.
Because we got to get you on with the guys from DFW.
I know, with Greg. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot. When can we do that?
The 25th.
The 25th. Yep.
All right. I'll reach out to those guys and see if that works for them.
Okay.
I hope it
does.
Because
then that's the 25th will be a month until DFW.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. We got Not Top Goon is here. He says that's badass. You're recruiting guys that love the Joe line and have a lot of experience.
Also, guys that get screwed over by Hasbro are highly motivated.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it's awesome.
We band together.
Speaking of badass and Not Top Goon, have you seen this?
That's
bad
awesome.
For an amateur. Like he's just starting out doing.
That's awesome.
He's starting out doing stop motion.
Stop motion takes forever.
I'd imagine.
So that probably took him like 2 days to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking pretty good though. Good job, Goon. All right. We got a question from B's Battlegrounds. He says, can we expect World War II figures, items, troopers? Action Force 1944.
I've said it before that I have ideas for incorporating Action Force into World War II. We're just not there yet. It's definitely on my radar. It's on my list of things to do. It's just not there yet, but I want to desperately.
Cool. Let's see here. Okay, I gotta go back to my starred comments here. Okay, Mython the Python says, Bobby, definitely enjoyed the video on your favorite items you created. Watched it this morning. Thanks, Mython.
Thanks.
I don't know if you're ready to answer this one, but Fred says, when is Series 5 ready to pre-order?
very soon. So I'm just waiting. It'll probably be right after I get back from China. So sometime in the first couple weeks of May. I wanted it to be a little sooner, but I didn't have the any of the decode samples yet. But Series 5 is something we are going to be talking about at length at the new factory, just because this new factory, we did White Dragon there, we're doing the Vanguard there, and then this is like their first Action Force series that we're going to be doing there. And we are also kicking off a bunch of new initiatives, like the new vehicle that I'm going to announce at the DFW panel, and just some other sort of groundbreaking things that we're going to be doing. And we're going to be putting a lot into this factory to assist us in that. And we want to make sure that we're all aligned on things, as we start moving forward. So, we'll talk about Series 5 and some of the costing and stuff like that. But Series 5 is already in production. So, it's just basically just, cost numbers and deco counts and things like that. But yeah, Series 5 is in production. So I'm actually going to see production, or almost like EP samples, while I'm there, which is cool. Because we're still on track to, I believe, have Series 5 arrive like August, September. So you guys know, like I don't do like pre-orders to crowdfund. I do pre-orders just to get your order locked in. So it's kind of like, just as we've always done, you'll pre-order a couple months in advance and then you'll get your stuff. So
Okay. So we got this in the warehouse right now. You announced this today.
Ooh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. Shipment came in yesterday, which was awesome. So finally got out of that stupid customs examination. Now, what's funny is this is why everything is like rigged and just everyone's juiced.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. First, because you released a video on Facebook and Instagram about what happened with the shipment. Do you just want to go through that again in case someone here doesn't know?
Sure. So basically, when the containers arrive at their port, and as they're coming off the boat, they can randomly pick containers based on maybe where they came from or where they went through, but it's random. They do these extensive examinations where basically they pull the container to the side, they put it in line, and they have to have like a team extensively go through your shipment just to make sure there's no hazardous materials or illegal stuff or anything like that. Who knows? Maybe they were getting, a lot of drugs or weapons coming in that were labeled as toys, but so now they have to check all toy stuff. But again, it's random. And it just so happened like our shipment came in March. It arrived in New York, which is only 3 hours from here. And it arrived in March, early as we expected. And then they were like, oh, yeah, yours got chosen for the random examination. And the thing is, they don't give you like a time. They're like, we get to it when we get to it. So you're just like, is it going to take a month? Is it going to take a week? Who knows? So then finally it went through and, we're unloading. And, I've seen this before. This happened on, I think, Series 3. You'll see if they examine a box, they'll tape it with this customs tape. It's like this bright tape that says that it was examined. Now, these dummies at customs, instead of cutting the box tape where the flaps are and opening it up, they cut like the side of the box and like cut an opening through the side of the box. So like, I said, oh, these figures are going to be cut through. Watch. And I look and there's 10 figures in a case. And I look and like one of them is cut from the blade that they cut through, but then one's missing. So they just stole one.
Oh my God.
They stole one. They taped up the box. Now our shipping company is like, yeah, you gotta pay for the examination. I'm like, whoa, hold on here. That shit was random, not our choice. And that's the US government. That was their choice to do that. But everyone's got to get money somehow. So that like we're fighting this now because that's bullshit that you delayed my stuff and then you stole my property. And then you're going to tell me like, wait, I have to pay for that? Get out of here. So yeah, go yourself, US government, customs.
Well, the figures look good, despite all that, Now, there is a question here that I want to get to right away since we're on Legends of the White Dragon, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. World Made of Cardboard says, when is the White Dragon movie coming out? Did I miss it? So Aaron recently did, it was either YouTube or Instagram Live, where he addressed that. They just wrapped 5 days of reshoots, their final reshoots, and now it's all post-production. So the updated release, limited release in theaters and then streaming, looks to be Q3, I think he said. Q3 2024.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I imagine it's pretty hard to get this done when you're missing your main actor and you got to do reshoots and, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, listen, I'm frustrated like everyone is, because it's like, I'd been hearing that the movie was going to come out for a while now. Like even after Jason died, like I was hearing this and then I was hearing that. And then it was like, I think they just stopped giving updates or like saying a day, because they're just like, well, we're just, and it sucks. I get it. But at the same time, it's kind of like what I went through on the first Kickstarter, which is why I don't like crowdfunding things. I understand why you need to do it, but you're holding on to people's money. And I hated that with the first Kickstarter. The fact that COVID hit was awful, because now it's like you're holding on to people's money, and people, like, I remember getting comments from people like, I don't care that it's a global pandemic. When is this stuff coming out? And it's like, okay, thanks for being like reasonable, dickhead. But it's just like, I get it. A lot happened with the film and stuff like that. But I'm also like, people are a little upset that it's taking so long, but rightfully so, because if they put their money into it, they put their money into it. They have every right to voice their displeasure. I'm excited for the movie. I know the movie's gonna be great. It's just like, come on, like, I'm sitting here waiting just like everyone else is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, back to our chat. We've got M Vargo's here. What's up, M Vargo? He says, question: will you answer this question? No. No, I'm not. We got Slacker Supreme here. He says, hey Bobby, I'm just wondering, do you know who is the owner of the UFC toy rights?
Nobody has it right now. Jazzwares was like, listen, here's the thing, guys. And I worked on the line, and I love the UFC. There are some things that just don't translate to toy. The UFC fan is not the toy fan. So like guys like me and Tony, who are UFC fans and also kind of like toy nerds, shit's super rare, man. It's really rare. Yeah. So like, yeah, the Jax line like did well. I think it was a different fan then, because you had guys like Chuck Liddell and Tito. It was more like the WWF fan. So I think the Jax line did better. Also, I think Jax just didn't care, and they were like pumping tons of money into that line. Now, Jazzwares, it's like they knew it was going to be a single-digit million making line, but they were looking to invest, and I had a big line plan. They cut a bunch of my items, but it's just like one of those things. It's the first series got kind of fucked up, but then they offered that next series. But again, I don't think it caught on. I just don't think that fan is not the toy fan. It's kind of like when we added Tim Kennedy to the line, and I came out to video saying how the Duster figure did incredibly well for toy and Action Force fans. It did not resonate with Tim Kennedy fans. And Tim Kennedy fans are the military UFC, like, Uberman kind of like fan. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't translate. I just don't think they care about that kind of stuff. So, someone will wear, a UFC or a Tim Kennedy shirt, or, but like an action figure, I just don't think they really care. So that's why, like, while I would love to do the UFC line, I think it would be awesome. It just wouldn't sell well. You have to be smart about the stuff you do. Tooling is a lot of money. Production is a lot of money. So, you don't want to invest in something if it's not going to do well.
I mean, those UFC toys, they sat around at Walmart for a long time, and they went to deep clearance. So, yeah, I mean, it didn't translate. I imagine they would have done better if they were scaled with WWE, which I think the second wave was.
They were, and that was the problem with the first wave. So I had planned that first series to be scaled with WWE, and it was on all my input sheets, the correct scale. And then for some reason, whoever took it over after I left, something got lost in translation when they kicked it off at the factory, because then they shrunk down, and then they were like, I think they were a little smaller than Marvel Legends, you know?
They ended up
Well, I
scaling
think,
them to SH Figure Arts.
well, not figure arts, because you had guys like John Jones, who was Marvel Legends size, because I had done 3 different size bodies. I
Mhm.
did like the Conor McGregor body, then I did the John Jones body, then I did the Daniel Cormier body. So like Daniel Cormier, I think John Jones is definitely like Marvel Legends size, but then guys like Conor McGregor are smaller just because they had to have been scaled with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, the size got screwed up. And it sucked because like they had the soft goods and the flags and stuff. And then they did the new issue, and they got rid of the butterfly joints. They got rid of the soft goods shorts, and it was like a dumbed down version. And like the faces looked weird, the skin tones were off. Like it just didn't look right, you know. But it's like I would love to be able to do that line with like inkjet face printing on a Conor McGregor figure. Man, that would look awesome.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see here. 49er Brian says, so Bobby, are we still golden for the Vanguard in July?
Probably shipping from the well, I think it's set to ship from the factory in June. Depending on how long it's going to take, and if customs decides they want to go into my stuff, I'd say August is probably the safest bet. But again, we're still on track with production on them, to finish production and ship out from the factory in June.
There we go.
And it's usually like 6 weeks after that.
Cool. So we got Legends of the White Dragon, and then the Vanguard, and then a few months later we'll have Series 5.
Yep.
Cool. It's good. 2024. By the way, I got my Eclipse order in. My Eclipse Day order.
Okay.
So I got a couple extra Warpath Eclipses because those extra head sculpts are awesome for army building. And I got my free gift. I got a whole freaking gear pack, man.
Look at that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered those nice gold stickers that I figured people would like eat those up.
Yeah, packed by Flash. So
there you
thanks,
go.
Barry. Appreciate it. All righty. Let's see here. We got Joe Sten 63. He says, would Valaverse ever do uniformed police officer figures?
No. Again, guys, I'm a big proponent of like, you got to remember, this is a business, and the name of the business is selling stuff, making money. I know, like, you guys like, oh, this would be cool. Like Shark thought it would be cool to do civilian figures. It's not. Like, I know there's some of you that want it and you think it's cool. Thousands of people need to think it's cool. Like tens of thousands of people need to think it's cool. You got like, no, like you invest money in this stuff. People don't want like a generic policeman. Like, yeah, maybe for someone's photography and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sure you could sell, a couple hundred, maybe 1,000. That's not the way you do product development business. You have to be smart with this stuff. So it's like, I get a lot of comments and questions like, oh, you ever thought about doing this, or you should do this? It's like, guys, you have to stop for a second and think about like what you're almost asking or requesting. Like, is that really viable? Like police? No, it's not. It's maybe someone will do it and maybe I'm wrong, but on my experience, I just think that it's just not something people want.
Yeah, you're not, I mean, I think that would be a big risk. And
yeah,
one thing you have to consider is mold reuse.
Yep.
And, I mean, how many different police officers can you do? Probably a few, but how many police officers do people want to buy? And how many people actually want to even buy one? All those things go into it. So,
Yep.
But it would be cool. I mean, I would buy police officers. I'd buy firefighters, but
yeah,
I'm a weirdo. All right. Let's see here. We got Michael Bentz says, hey, Bobby, any chance of getting Helldivers 2 figures incorporated? My kid wants me to make him one out of a Steel Brigade.
So I've been hearing a lot about this Helldivers 2 game that's like catching fire. I started looking into it, but I'm also like, dude, the way McFarlane snatches up like video game licenses and stuff, someone's probably already got it,
Yeah.
And I was also looking at their characters. I'm like, that's a lot of tooling.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of tooling. Also, like I've said it before with video game licenses, they're kind of hit or miss. Not, you see a lot of video game brands also don't resonate with toy fans. So I've seen some do well, and I've seen a lot do bad. I look at, the Fortnite line at Jazzwares did well for a time, not anymore. You look at the Overwatch line at Hasbro, shit the bed right off the bat. So,
Okay. Let's see here. We got Hot Banana Water.
Ew.
What's up, Hot Banana Water? Bobby, do you think the Hasbro 85th anniversary for Marvel was a strong lineup?
Which one is that? Is that the new one with where they reissued like Deadpool and Wolverine?
No. So we talked about this on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I don't watch that show.
I know, you dick. I'm trying to think who I had on. I can't even remember. I had I had X Manny, but I'll just bring it up. We can talk about it again a little bit. We could rush through it because
the Ghost
I
Rider.
love Marvel Legends,
right.
But they showed
that's right,
Danny Ketch.
Listen,
with that flame effect they teased a few months ago is to prop him up in the wheelie stance. So, go ahead.
Listen, this is awesome. However, it's like, this is the kind of shit that I get mad at with Marvel. This isn't a Hasbro issue. This is a Marvel issue. This is where Marvel sucks. And this is where their whole rights thing with guys that created this stuff or worked on it, it's just a muddy mess. Because when I was doing that vehicles line, this was number one on my list. I was like, we ended up doing a Ghost Rider, but we did Johnny Blaze. I wanted to do Danny Ketch. And they were like, no, you can't. And it was like one of those things where there was always characters we couldn't do. I've talked about Cardiac before. Some of the X-Men were on that list for a long time. And each year Marvel would give us these figures have the green light. These characters are good to go. And it was just like, now years later, you're doing him. Well, I could have done him, and this figure would have been $40. Now you're getting him, and it's $50. Yep. So that sucks. But I was all about doing this figure. I tried to push this figure every year I was doing that vehicles line. So it's just stupid. It's stupid the way Marvel works. Like, if I signed a deal with Marvel and I was paying them hundreds of millions of dollars a year and they said, no, you can't use a character, I'd be like, you can go FO, because I'm paying you money. That means I get your library. There's no like, oh, no, you can't do that yet because we don't want to pay this one creator. No. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I'm allowed to do these characters. And that's the way it is. Hasbro's allowed to do all these characters. It's just Marvel comes in and like, oh, no, you can't do this one. And then, of course, Hasbro caves, but that's just the way it is.
Manny, I am sorry. Just keep in mind.
Damn. Get him, Manny. Get him.
Keep in mind, I actually worked really hard today outside in the sun. Okay, and I'm white. Stop
making excuses. It's not going to go over well.
And I'm a little tipsy. Those two things combined. Yeah. No, but X Manny was a great guest. Marvel Comics expert, that guy. So then they're doing Luke Cage and Iron Fist 2-pack. Modern versions.
Do you think anybody cares about this?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. I mean, look, for me, yes, I'm very excited for a Heroes for Hire 2-pack. Absolutely. And it looks like this looks like the Renew Your Vows body for Iron Fist, which is, very articulated. So that'll be nice. The flame effects are a little old. They've been using those a long time. Could have used an update, but overall, I like it. Luke Cage looks awesome. He's got knuckle dusters that say Luke Cage.
Is that just the old Luke Cage bot? Is that just the
all new tooling?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I figured that's the Netflix Luke Cage body.
No, it's bigger for sure.
Okay.
We got that. See, there's his knuckle dusters.
Nice.
I think that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's weird. I've been really positive towards like Marvel and Marvel Legends lately with X-Men 97 and what they showed earlier this week. Like it's been good. And when it's good, I got to say it's good. Um Tony says with toe articulation invented by Shartimus Prime. uh Giving us a new Warbird.
Wait, didn't Boog invent Marvel?
I probably, yeah.
I thought he did.
He invented time. So, new Warbird, which is on their newer female body, I think with some new parts, highly articulated, even butterfly joints.
Okay.
Smaller boobies though. They can't do big, individually sculpted breasts anymore.
Listen, those are a handful. Like,
no, it's fine. But the last one, which I still have,
well, Dwight used to go nuts. Like, remember Black Cat? Dwight used to go like,
yeah, he's a pervert from what I've heard.
Playmate boobs.
See, look at these big old jams, individually sculpted, no uniboob.
Well, listen, if I were drawing comics, like the way you would wear a leotard, you're not going to get individual boobs. You're going to get.
Can we just
uniboob.
Listen? Can we just go with?
Sorry, I'm always grounded in realism. So to me, the individual boobs just look silly.
I'm grounded in boobism. All right. I just like. I said I was going to hurt some feelings. I'm sure
sorry, for the ladies listening. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
But we love boobs, so it's okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with boobs. But Warbird looks good. Carol Danvers. They're doing a new Scar, which I think is like a mix mash of parts between Caliban and Hulk body. But this hasn't been done since early Hasbro.
Yeah.
Fin Fang Foom Wave, which was trash. So they got Scar, Superior Spider-Man done correctly with the Waldos and the gauntlets. Right there, which I thought this was the Renew Your Vows body, but it's not because it has the straight waist cut.
Okay.
It doesn't have the ab crunch with the diaphragm ball joint. So this might be all new, but it still looks good. I don't like the waist cut, but I was thinking probably done because of that backpack.
I gotcha.
Maybe there wasn't room in there, but it looks cool. And then Astonishing Wolverine.
Awesome.
All new tooling.
Wow.
It's an all new body.
Look at them.
It's got the reverse ab crunch. The reverse ab crunch that I think you brought over to Legends from.
We're gonna. You know what? Let's talk. We'll talk about it right after this. I want to talk about that articulation after this.
Okay. All new tooling, and this is this is a suit that in Astonishing X-Men he had all the stitching lines, all those panel lines in the suit, and they're all sculpted in there, which is nice.
That's awesome.
Yep, and he's got some new hands, some new like a pointing finger hand. I like these claws the best of the ones they've done, the ones that look like the movie Wolverine claws.
Okay.
And then I think
why does Wolverine need to point?
There's probably a panel in the book where he's pointing. I would imagine. And then, it's a different look in Astonishing, but I think they got it pretty good.
I wonder how
his unmasked. Yeah.
I wonder how they made those shoulder pads stay on.
They wrap around the joint.
Okay.
So the peg that goes into the arm.
Yeah.
It's just a piece that floats in there around it.
Oh, okay.
So it can turn with the arm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's him, and then they teased. Oh, there's your buddy. Look, Bobby.
What a loser he is. He's been wearing that same green, stupid shirt, that homeless ass shirt for years. Like, he literally looks like a homeless dude. And this is a dude you want to have representing your brand. This dude looks homeless.
Ryan Tink's got a Marvel shirt. He's got the brand there.
Ryan Tink's stylish.
Yeah.
These guys, him and Dan, good guys to represent the brand. The homeless guy in the middle, it looks like they just picked him up hitchhiking. Hey, man, you want to come on this live stream?
We got some extra needles.
Right?
But they...
Like a hobo.
They dropped a little tease in there.
Yeah, I saw the Hulkbuster, right?
Hulkbuster box, so that's cool.
Gotcha.
And then they teased a Rock, which it's either going to come probably with Hulkbuster or with the Odin that was shown in the listing on Amazon.
Gotcha.
So they're doing Odin. So that was what they showed. So overall, You wanted to get into something when I brought up Wolverine, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
And that's that double torso articulation. So
Mhm.
I was at Target the other day, and I picked up a couple things, and one of the things I picked up was this guy, and he's got
Spider Shot.
yeah, so he's got that new thing. Now, guys, hold on. I just want to preface this because people are going to be like, "Oh, you want to steal something? Oh, but that's Marvel's articulation. They did that." No, they didn't. This articulation originated with DC Icons. DC Icons was the first ones to do this. Give credit where credit is due. Dwight stole this shit. But also Dwight stole this shit from me because I stole it from DC Icons. So let's just get that out of the way. Manny, you got the big Legends crowd. Make sure you tell everyone that this articulation was not originally theirs. Make sure you tell them that DC Icons started this. They were the originators of it. So they did this articulation where you had, it's basically the U cut, not what I use on Action Force. That's the rocker. The U cut that Legends always used. It's that upside down, but at the waist. And then the ball rocker at the top. So you don't get that flat plane anymore. The twist is at the chest, not at the waist. And then the waist, the crunch is at the waist.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great bit of articulation. It's done really, really well. So then when I did the 12-inch line, I said, that's great articulation because I had one of those Icons figures. I said this would work great in 12-inch. So that's what we used for 12-inch. Now, years later, they're all of a sudden they're starting to use it in Marvel Legends, which I don't know why they waited so long. I want to know from the people listening, because I have some new figures that I'm designing and working on, and maybe doing a couple new things. And I was like, I wonder how fans would feel about this being adopted into Action Force. Now, the way Action Force works, it's very customizable. So we have Series 5 new factory, but all the parts can work with all the previous male figures. So like all the torsos and legs can all swap and pop, heat and pop and do all that. You introduce a torso like this, you cannot do that anymore. You're now stuck with that, which sucks for production because then it's like, well, now you have to do the same paint operations and everything gets mixed where you don't have this separate part that's the waist piece anymore. But you get a great range. So I'm just like, I would love to hear from the fans what they think about this articulation and if this is something they would like to see me do in the Action Force line.
You get a good range on this too.
I know I get good range, but I'm always trying to stay on top of things, adding the double neck and stuff like that. Like, Hasbro still isn't doing, the double neck on Legends, and it's like, he doesn't really have great range, even with the single. They should have never got rid of the disc. Like he's got like a weird hybrid ball joint, but with a cutout.
Yeah, they stick it way too far down into the neck.
They do. They stick it way too far down. I actually want to get into a figure that I picked up during the same purchase that has the worst neck articulation I've ever seen for a double ball joint neck. But I was happy with this. Now, granted, you're dealing with a Spider-Man. There's no belts. There's no detail. It's just muscle. So you're getting a good range. But I want to know. I want to know what people think, and if you're like, yeah, man, we love that. I would definitely look into adopting this moving forward.
I'm going to put a poll in the chat.
Put a poll in the chat.
I'm going to tell you my opinion right now. No, that's just me. No, I like the way they're set up now. That's my favorite type of abdomen articulation. Now that one's
the way what's set up the
Action Force. Action.
You like? Oh, so, okay. So you like the double ball?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just put this in the chat here, and then there's some comments I want to get to. Sorry for the silence, guys. And the poll is in the chat. Okay, real quick, guys, I'm going to get to all the chats, all the super chats, but I'm just going to jump forward real quick. Nikatrona says no. Junkion says yes.
It's probably going to be a mix. It's going to be like a 50-50, and then I'll have to be left with the decision anyway.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
yeah.
displaying model behavior says not blowing smoke, but the action force articulation seems kind of perfect as is.
Thank you.
Omega Weapon 13 likes a double ball torso. Robert Diaz says nope, don't do it. Well, we're in the we're into the poll now, so I'll get back to the comments. We'll let that poll run for a while.
Cool.
and guys, be honest. Don't choose one just because I liked it or whatever. Yeah. Just go with what you like. Let's see here. We got to that one, and we got a super chat here from Evil Paul 626. Thank you, Evil Paul. He says, "Yo, Bobby, when are we going to see Delta Troopers be back in stock? Love your line. I'm new to it."
You probably are not going to see Delta Troopers back in stock. I've said it before. Like, I know you guys keep. So many new people are coming onto the line. So many people are like, oh, I missed this. I missed that. This is collecting, man. You know, how many people got on, Legends or Mythic Legions? Like, if you don't get something on day one, yeah, you're always going to be a little behind. But it's like, I've reissued a lot. I can't keep reissuing stuff. I have to get to new stuff. I got to keep putting out new characters and new troopers. However, it's just like, while the Delta Trooper might not be coming, maybe a new trooper is coming that is like a version 2. Right. So we're going to be doing things like that, because I got new bodies coming, new parts. So we got to focus on new.
All right. Thank you, Evil Paul. I think that's the first time I've seen a super chat from him. So thank you.
Time for an adult beverage now.
Yes, absolutely. Then in that case, I will jump down to. Oh, look, no questions for me. That's fine. Master Son 42, thanks for the member chat. Hey, I'm stuck in St. Louis. My flight into DFW canceled. At least I have you. What happened? Why was your flight canceled, man? Well, at least you got me. Thank you, Master Son. Let's see, the poll. The poll is at, oh wow, 79 no, 21% yes. Wow.
What'd you say the poll was?
It's at 79% no and 21% yes to switch it.
Okay. But out of how many votes?
161.
Yeah, we'll keep that going. I'm going to see.
Yeah, we'll keep it going.
That happens.
Kent Heltzinger has a question for you. Bobby, if you make an animated series, what streaming services would you want to have it on?
I mean, everyone's got Netflix, man. Everyone's got Netflix, but it's just like, I mean, yeah, wherever the most amount of people go to, it's like, I'm a big fan of HBO Max or just Max, whatever the fuck they call it now. But, again, it's just like Netflix, everyone's got it. Everyone's got it. However, like Amazon Prime, I mean, everyone's got Amazon Prime nowadays. So, yeah, I don't really have a preference. I don't look at something and be like, they're probably better for this, they're better for that. Because like Netflix, it's like, listen, they're gonna let you do what you want to do, and if they like your property, they'll let you do what you want to do. I wouldn't mind being in the same place as Zack Snyder. But we'll see. I mean, I'm not picky.
Okay. Let's see here. We got Jeff with the super chat. Thank you, Jeff. He says, for Slurpees, Bobby, I hate asking about IPs, but Rebel Moon, whose office do we need to storm? I got time.
Figure Arts, or wasn't Figure Arts doing Rebel Moon? Someone did Rebel Moon figures.
Yeah, I thought Diamond Select was doing them.
Or Diamond Select. Yeah, it seems like a Diamond Select thing to do.
I think
I wasn't crazy about the first one. I haven't seen the second one, but I'm a Snyder mark. But I was very open that I didn't like the first one.
The second one's getting dunked on harder. People are saying it's worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Let's see here. Big Time Nerd says, was a great video, Bobby. Did you use the same music as the GQ videos?
No, man, you can't do that. That's how you get sued, man.
Well, unless it's unlicensed.
No, the cool thing is so that tune, and I just found this out yesterday, the day before, because Matt was up here filming. Mm-hmm. Matt's my YouTube guy. he was like, I was telling him, I was like, dude, I love the tune you came up with. He goes, dude, he played that. He created that music. So he can, he's a musician, so he can create music, and he created that, which is cool.
I definitely dig it. The GQ video vibe there.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I want to do more of those.
The Titan, new vehicle, motorcycle, maybe.
Come on, that's so easy. That's low hanging fruit, man.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of those motorcycles at Marvel. I don't want to do motorcycles. I want to do something really cooler.
Rojo Cinco, can we get a re-release of SDS Blowback?
I don't know. I've talked about like the greatest hits line. We'll see. It's not high on my priority list right now. Again, I'm focusing on new.
Okay. Slacker Supreme just wants to let you know that you are the Dana White of the toy industry.
Let me tell you something. That's one of the greatest compliments I've ever received. So thank you very much. I will take that and I will run with it. I've been called the Ethan Van Sciver of the toy industry. But I will definitely take the Dana White of the toy industry all day, baby. All day.
Did you see?
I was at the casino yesterday like Dana, so,
Did you see Ethan was down at Talladega today, and Cyberfrog was on one of the cars?
Whoa, really? That's awesome.
He sponsored one. Had All Caps Comics and Cyberfrog just plastered on it, green and yellow. It looked cool. Another YouTuber is racing. His name is Camelot 331.
Okay. Maybe we'll do a NASCAR Action Force car.
That'd be cool, man. That would be cool.
Michael Kelly, get on it.
Let's see here. Cosmic Gladiator says, Bobby, can you tell us the genre of the IP that fell through?
Can I? It's funny because I'm going to say it and you're going to be like, but wait, you talked about how those don't do well. It was video game. It was a video game IP.
Yeah.
But I thought differently of this one.
Will the NDA, or so to speak, ever lift on that? I
don't know. I'm sure enough time goes by. I mean, the company's doing a really bad job of fostering it right now, and the fans are incredibly angry at them. So, I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure it's just a matter of time before they sell it or get bought off, and once that happens, I'll talk about it.
Yep. All right. We got Darth Gar here. Darth Gar says, will Colonel Siege have the large unnecessary backpack hole in the back of his jacket? I don't know if it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I
love
these kind of comments where it's like I get dunked on of a decision I make in designing, and someone's like, that's really stupid. Okay, well, no, it's 100% necessary. And yes, he does have the backpack hole because it's necessary.
So you can fit a backpack.
Now
you could do a backpack with straps, but that kind of gets in the way of posing.
Yeah, but it's just like, here's the thing. And this is where toy designing becomes a thankless job, because you can never please everybody. There's always going to be somebody who's whining and moaning and bitching. So it's just like, if I didn't put the hole, then someone would be like, oh man, it was a really stupid decision. You should have put the hole because now I can't put a backpack on him. Well, it's probably better for function when you have a toy line to make sure your parts work with your toys. So that's why he has a hole in his jacket. That's why everyone has a hole in their jacket or vest or whatever, so that you can have function with the parts that I've created. So sorry you don't like the hole. I'm sure that giant, massive hole is so distracting. The large, unnecessary hole. Sorry, I'm like shitting on you, but it's like, that's a stupid comment.
In my book, there is no unnecessary hole.
Yeah.
They all serve their purpose.
It's just, it's just stupid. It's like, why? Like, yeah, your decision making is stupid. No, it's not. It's function. Oh, because you're gonna have so many views of Siege from behind, and you're gonna see that unnecessary large backpack hole.
Well, it depends on how good his cake is.
Yeah, right. Stop it.
Victor says, I bet it was Angry Birds.
Damn it, he guessed it.
Ah, he got it. Damn it.
Shit, I was going through the pigs, man.
Let's see here. Guys, I haven't been able to start anything lately, so if you asked a question, just ask it again. Let's see here. We got a super chat from Jackboy20 JWF Productions. Thank you. Hey Bobby, where can I buy antennas and hands? My kids got into my stash of Action Force.
I mean, Liz, I've gotten asked like, "Oh, you should like sell parts online." I was like, "Guys, you know how hard that would be to like list all the parts?" And our like, our fulfillment crew would be like, "I have to go and find this one part." Jeez. I mean, I don't want to say shoot me a message because then everyone's going to be shooting me a message like, "Oh, you're giving him antennas and hands. I'll take antennas and hands." I mean, I thought about, Sal from 2 Cents Toys had this really great idea about bringing all the parts to like conventions and like having bins and having people be able to like do that. But then it's like you have someone watching them at all times, make sure no one steals anything. And then it's just like it's a lot of bringing that just for like, dollar here, dollar there kind of thing. But I know that people would love buying parts. So it's something I'm thinking about. We'll see. I'm not sure if it's something that I'll get to, but I like to help people out. We'll see.
You had teased an idea years ago. You kind of played with it of doing something called the Boneyard.
That was Sal's idea. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He talked about doing the Boneyard.
The thing about the Boneyard is, like, how do you charge for something like that?
Exactly.
That gets tricky because
it does.
Is each part going to be comparable to like the full figure? So if you buy every part, you have a figure, then it's $30, and then it's like, I don't know, it just gets weird.
Yeah, it does. So, it does.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got Figure Fever. Bobby, if you don't mind me asking, is there an update on the Crimson Shadow Praetorian figure? Thank you.
Yeah, he's part of Series 5. We're going to be opening up pre-orders for Series 5 in May. So
there we go.
He's coming. I saw like the Paint Master and like some of the test shots of him. Oh man, he's cool. He is so cool. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Greg has a question about Legend of the White Dragon. Bobby, have you happened to see if the MMPR anniversary Red Ranger's removable dragon shield works well on those cool figures?
I haven't tried.
Do you have that figure?
We designed the White Dragon figures so that the ball joint in their head and the hand joints are the same as Lightning Collection. So I know people are like, "Oh, it's got to work with Action Force." No, it doesn't. It has to work with what the genre is. That genre is Lightning Collection, Power Rangers. So we made sure the hands and the heads work with them. But the head joint size on the Lightning Collection is very similar to Action Force.
Okay. Suka with the member chat. Thanks for being a member for 8 months, man. He says, Bobby, can we get a backpack for the Golf Weapons set minigun? Mama always said, don't walk around with your ammo hanging out of your shorts.
How do I want to answer this question, Ryan?
Did you post a picture of something?
Oh wait, yeah, it's right. Didn't I tease it? Come on, Suka. That hurts me because now you're basically saying I don't follow your social media. Come on.
Let's see here.
Come on.
Let me bring it up.
Make him put in the effort. Go follow me on all my social media.
Scroll through and find it. Let's see here. Oh, it's tiny. It's a tiny picture.
Is it?
Yeah.
On IG, it's tiny. It was also on Facebook.
This is on Facebook.
Why did it get
there? It is
tiny.
And it does let me zoom.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
what's that? Oh, wonder what that is.
Very cool.
Suka, go follow my social media.
Thanks, Suka. Sal is here. What's up, Sal? What's up, Vader? Sal? Thank you so much, Sal. Saw the new Valaverse video this morning, and I gotta say, I got both the 14-inch Hulk in box and the Infinity Gauntlet autographed by Bobby. Suck it, nerds.
He sure does. He sure does. I remember when he brought them to the office and I signed him.
And this is Sal right here. Bobby. He recorded that for me. Thanks, Sal. He's going to go to Terrificon. He's nice. Driving over. Yeah. So let's see here. We got Geraint Horton. Any chance of Steel Brigade or Swarm head packs?
I can't answer that right now.
Okay.
You just have to wait.
Any hints for we Ravenous fans as to Wave 6?
I'm still working on Wave 6. I'm working on it. Listen, Wave 6 has got cool characters. Wave 6 might be an all villains wave.
Okay.
Yep, I might be doing an all villains series.
Cool.
Yeah.
Robert Diaz, thank you for the super chat. With the possibility of Action Force in Walmart stores, how are Bobby's talks with Walmart going, since we know Walmart's distribution is garbage?
Well, if their distribution's garbage, it's difficult. It's kind of one of those things where like you're talking to one person and you know they tell you like, yeah, I'm the guy you want to talk to, and they're like, oh boy, you got to talk to this person, and then you find out that person's the person, and then they're like, oh wait, no, you actually have to talk to this person, and you're like, wait a second, how many cooks are in this kitchen? So it's it's a process.
Yep. Let's see here. We got another one from Stygian. He says, I'm curious as to Bobby's opinion of Cosmic Legions as a line.
I mean, I didn't get them. Wait, did I get them? I'm trying to think. Did they come out yet?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're out. There's a couple waves.
The Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, right? Those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did I get those? What just shipped? Because I got something. I'm pretty maybe it was Cosmic Legions that I got.
Maybe the Poxus wave?
That's what I just got.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that Cosmic Legions?
No, it's Mythic.
Oh, okay. So in that
Cosmic
case,
is the space guys that we saw at PowerCon. I bought a few of them.
I don't think I've gotten any of them. So I'm not sure, like, I guess I don't have an opinion. I mean, I love what the Four Horsemen guys do. It's just not something I collect. I've gotten some of their stuff over time. Their Jacob Marley figure was on my top 10 figures of the year. Mm-hmm. I love that figure. But I'm just not I'm not deep into it. You know, I don't think they follow the same once you go to space the line dies kind of thing, because that's just like when you have an established like thing like G.I. Joe, or and then those go to space. You can't take military and then send them to space. Like, that doesn't work. But I think what they're doing, like, it's cool that they're venturing out of, they're keeping in that fantasy vein, but just really like spreading and evolving. I think they're doing a great job with that. Again, things like the Jacob Marley and the Headless Horseman, like, that's cool. That's cool. They're doing that. They're doing a great job. And listen, their stuff is fantastic. They got amazingly talented sculptors and designers and painters. Like, they're great, man. They're really great.
Yeah. Let's see here. Mython, the Python with the member chat. Thank you, Mython. Oh, I got a member chat to use. Here's to the handsomest twin. Oh yeah, that's right. Got to put on the matching glasses there. With the best head of hair in the galaxy, you got the good genes, LP, and I'm not even jealous. Thank you, Mython, and thanks for the member chat, man. Let's see here. We got Collect to Disconnect with a member chat for 8 months. Thanks, man. Bobby, who are you talking with? Who are you taking with you to the McGregor fight?
My gorgeous wife, I'm taking to the McGregor fight, because I've never been to Vegas. She's wanted to take me to Vegas. We just haven't gone. And I told her, I'm like, babe, listen, tickets go on sale on the 26th. But, however, someone just sent me a text message yesterday that VIP ticket packages are available. Now, they're a ridiculous amount of money. But I told my wife, I said, I don't care what the tickets cost. I'm going to see this fight. Like, I don't care. I'll bankrupt Action the Valaverse to go see this fight. So, I'm
don't do that.
So please. I might buy one of those VIP packages. I'm going to look at them later tonight, because I don't like I'm like dreading them going up and then having all the bots get them. Whereas I could just spend a shit ton of money and make sure I get tickets. Cool. I'll do that. But yeah, I'm going. And then, we're going to make a thing of it, because it'll be like kind of like my birthday present for me, because I get back from DFW, but my birthday is on the 19th. So it's right before DFW. I'll be ripping my hair out, getting ready for DFW, and then go to DFW. And then it's like I come back, and then the fight is that following weekend. So
busy.
I think that's what I'm going to have to do.
All right. Wow. Look at this. Ammo to go with 10 3PUA memberships. Thank you very much. Greg Fenstad, Jeremy Kimberlin, Dig Dirkler, Joe A. Collects, Shaky Sacks, George Aitken, Victor Snotlips, Omega 579, Eric, and you guys all got memberships thanks to Ammo to Go. Thank you very much, Ammo to Go. That's very nice of you, man. Very generous. Okay. Back up to the chat. I think you already answered this or said you couldn't. Headset in Series 5.
Not Series 5. Well,
Okay.
Sorry, I'm chewing.
Okay.
Yes, there is a headset in Series 5. It's just coming. Actually, no, just wait till GFW, okay? Wait till GFW. I got a lot of stuff planned for that panel. Stop asking me questions and trying to get me to tell you stuff.
Yeah. Future of Action Force, well, you'll learn a lot more at DFW.
Yeah.
Other questions are
welcome.
welcome.
You go to the show, though.
Right. You got to go to the show. Kent Heltzinger with the super chat. Thank you very much, Kent. Hey, Bobby, would you ever consider doing a first responder line to go with Action Force?
I'm sorry, Ken. I already spent $10 on this, but I ripped into the kind of this question from someone else. It's like, it's a cool idea. And I know there's people that are like, oh man, that'd be so fun. But it's just like, for the masses, no, that's not a line that will sell. It's not something people want to get behind. It's not something that's really going to move the needle and sell tens of thousands of units. It's a niche thing.
Yep. Thank you, Kent, very much for that super chat. Very nice, man. Let's see here. We got Nsage says, will you have the Vanguard at the next ZoloCon?
I won't. Well, I'm not going to be at the next ZoloCon. They have a summer show and then an October show. I won't be at either one of those. I will be back the following year in when was that show? February?
February, yeah.
I'll be back for that February show, and we'll have Vanguards there.
All right. Rebel X Studios, thanks for the super chat. Bobby, any updates on the White Dragon 2-pack?
Another person that's not following my social media.
Ships out this week, man. Yeah,
Why am I posting this stuff on social media if you guys aren't following?
He's late.
Come on.
Social media, yeah. I mean, honestly, like Instagram and Facebook hide stuff.
Do they?
Yeah. Like if you're not like searching through everyone you follow, you're not going to see it probably because they curate your feed, and I miss a lot of stuff. So
they should be curating my feed to the top of everyone's list.
All right, yeah, shipping this week, Rebel X Studios. Let's see here. BSC Geek, this is like the new Are You Doing vehicles. Would you consider bringing animals into Valaverse?
Yeah, if it was the right fit. I mean, I own 2 pit bulls, so I would love to do a pit bull. I saw, and I think I pre-ordered it. 5K Toys had that rhino, that armored rhino. I'm like, man, that thing is awesome. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if the animal was a cool enough animal to do, I mean, listen, I'm working on the Tiger King license, so maybe I'll do some tigers. I'm just kidding. But I'm like, I wonder how well a Tiger King fit. Like a highly articulated Joe Exotic with a big tiger would sell. Man, that'd be awesome. Then maybe I can get Carol Baskin. Maybe I can do a Carol Baskin figure with a bike. Oh man, that'd be awesome. Then I can do that guy, one of his boys on the yard there, the one that had the meth teeth. I could do him with an alternate head where he had the meth teeth, and then when he got his teeth fixed, yeah. And then all those guys that wouldn't have to, they're always shirtless, so I could just do like one body and just make a bunch of tattooed shirtless guys.
I think that would financially ruin you.
100%.
Let's see here. Cosmic Gladiator, Bobby, have you ever considered Greek age figures? You could dip into the mythology aspect too.
I did. There's a company that I really despise that did 4-inch Greek mythology figures. It's just not something I'm into. I mean, don't get me. I shouldn't say that. I am very much into Greek mythology as a whole. I just don't want to do figures for it. I mean, now I say that, but it's just like if I had the opportunity to do a Clash of the Titans line, I would do a Clash of the Titans line. But yeah, it's not on my radar right now.
I mean, you could just do those characters. You couldn't do the movie versions.
I could, yeah.
But you could, I mean, they're And that's all public domain because they're
Yeah.
thousands of years old.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see here. Crystal and Freddie show review. A lot of people say that Bobby is a condescending asshole, myself included.
They're 100%
But
right.
I say he deserves to be a condescending asshole because of his journey that he made.
Thank you, guys. I mean, I've said this to some of my friends. It's just like, I get it. I'm an acquired taste. I get it. I'm outspoken because, the thing to do in the toy industry is not be outspoken. You got to love everything. And if you're outspoken about something, you're an asshole. And it's just like, maybe you're just a weak person. But my thing is just like, yeah, all right. Yeah, there's no one else like me out there. Okay, well, what's funny? Our show does really well. My line does really well. Things are going well. The business is going fantastic. Not shutting lights off anytime soon, despite what assholes say. And yet people are just like, he's an asshole. Okay, well, you know what though? Thank you for acknowledging what I say to some of my friends. It's like, listen, when people are like, oh, he's just bitter ex-employee. Yeah, man. Look at the shit I designed. Look at what I did. Look at how I fought for product. And I got chastised for fighting for better product for you ungrateful fucks. That's the thing. It's like they bitch at me like, oh, he's just bitter at his company. Yeah, because they let me go when I was the highest producing designer there that won a bunch of awards and was working on the most items, fighting for items for you guys, and I'm the asshole. Thank you, Crystal and Freddie. You guys are awesome. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, let's not be so thin-skinned and offended by stuff,
Yeah, it's just like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit if you're mad at me for being like shitting on Hasbro? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares what I think? Like, does it matter? Is it going to stop you from buying Hasbro product? Obviously not. So why are you getting upset about it? Who cares?
Yeah, I'm still buying it.
Yeah, dude, I bought Hasbro product this weekend.
Yeah. Have you opened that Duke figure I sent you?
I got him right here.
What'd you think of it?
He's actually a really good figure.
I thought he was good too.
Yeah, he's a really good figure. Everything looks like he's great. I mean, it's interesting seeing them go to the double entrapped card. They didn't need to do this. I think Marvel goes overboard with the double entrapped card because then you just like, yeah, I cut it off, which you could, but it's just harder to get off. Now,
yeah,
you can do like my cards for Series 4 are very robust. Like you can do them without having to do the double entrapped cards. This is an extra process with labor and cost. Not a good idea. But then it's like I turn it over and I'm like, look at the size of that file card. 4 language. It's like, this thing is enormous. Like
I know.
It's like 4 times the size of an original file card. So it's just funny that it's like, oh, the one time they do file cards and it's massive.
You need a full-size file cabinet.
Yeah.
File those.
It's just like it's a big card, and it's just like they go tall with the accessories, and it's like, I don't know, I would go over and I would shorten this card. Because it's also like you have this art taking up half the card. People aren't buying for the packaging, they're buying for the item. And it's like this art looks like shit. Now, I think I know who did this art, and he's a nice guy. I know the community loves him. I just don't like his art. I think it's just not good. And he was doing it when the Collector Club was around, and I was like, I kept saying to those guys, I'm like, guys, stop using him. I have better artists. But I mean, the card art, just like they're trying to replicate the Hector Garrido art from the original line. It's like, you're never going to recreate that awesome look. But it's also like the some of the proportions are off. Also, like the way the helmet looks, he's holding it, it's not in perspective correctly. So it's like it's just not good art. It's just like, shrink this down like half the size, move stuff over, and show, like, just make the figure more and make the card less tall. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm only making a multi-million-dollar line, but it's fine.
Should I tell the story of how I got those 2 Dukes?
Yeah, that's funny.
So I go into Target, and I'm looking at, I go in there and they have 2 Dukes and a Recondo. Scarlet's gone. So Rakondo's swinging on the pegs. I got one Duke in my hand. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the other one. Okay, they look good. So I start to check out the Rakondo, and this dude walks around the corner, and he sees me look at the Rakondo, and he looks down, and he sees the two Dukes in my hand. And he looks at me, and he goes, "You gonna buy both of those?" And I said, "Well, I just messaged my friend Bobby, and yeah, he wants one, so I'm gonna get one from him, get one for him, and send it to him." The guy looks at me, and he goes, "Oh, Bobby Vala." I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, Bobby Vala wants classified stuff.
Yeah, so
Condescending asshole.
so he recognized me, and I was like, "Okay, bye." And I left the Rakondo, and he probably bought that, but I took both the Dukes.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry, man.
Hey, man, it's the name of the game.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got Largo's layer. Jim Largo. His question: when will we see more Garrison and possibly Brothers of Bones? Well,
never. Never, never, never.
Now you have teased another Garrison.
I
You
have.
said that.
I have plans for new Garrison troopers, and I want to go heavy into them because it's just like, we have my two villain factions. Like, we need more of them, so I'll be doing more of them.
And we already know what Series 5 is, so
yeah.
You could.
So I showed that I just got this Duke today. It came in the mail, and I showed how I got this Spider-Man. Now, Matt's probably gonna be mad because he's probably like, why are you gonna say this? Because you're gonna ruin the surprise of the video. But I don't care. Sorry, Matt. So we did a visit to Target and this store, Toy Vault. That's a collectible store in my area. And, just like a little behind the scenes, Bobby shopping and talking about toys. But while I was there, surprisingly, because you never see stuff, in the Northeast here, I actually found a figure that I was really, really looking forward to getting. And it was the Action Soldier.
Okay.
Now, guys, I want to say this like 40 times because there's going to be idiots that are going to be like, he's just shitting for shitting's sake. I wanted this figure to be awesome. I wanted this figure to be perfect. I wanted to love this figure. I was looking forward to this figure. I wanted to buy this figure. I wanted this figure to be awesome. Please listen to that. And please, listen, open your ears. Because I said I wanted this figure to be awesome. Because I saw it and I was like, wow, they did a really good job with that. I can't wait to get that figure. This might be one of the most disappointing figures I've ever bought.
Really?
And I know people are going to go ape shit. How dare you? I'm sure Rick Shatterglass probably loves this figure. And everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. I said I wanted this figure to be awesome. So it's like, there's things about it that I'm going to point out in that video, and I'm going to point one of them out right now, which is in the video because I do a sort of a quasi review of this figure in that video. Because, again, I wanted this figure to be awesome. I was so looking forward to this figure. So, this figure, make me big, Ryan.
Oh.
Make me big.
Okay.
So, this is the figure, and he's got the double neck. Okay, so that's as far down as he can go.
Stop it.
That's as far down as he can go, right there. And this is as far back as he can go. Like, I'm pushing on this head, trying to force it back. So this figure cannot look up.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to get him to look up. Look. So
yeah,
this is the kind of shit that I get really pissed off about. Because, and this is where everyone, the unintelligent people are like, he's just shitting on Hasbro and my G.I. Joe. You say about my G.I. Joe. This is lazy designing. Lazy. Put it this way. I got samples of the Vanguard driver, and I said, increase that range of motion. We had to alter the tool, which means you have to alter the steel on the tool to make sure, because he could look up. I wanted him to look up even more. I wanted him to look at the fucking sky.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing the double neck, come on. So
Does
this
he
guy,
come with does he come with a sniper rifle?
he comes with the Browning 30 cal, and he comes with this stupid double barrel AR. And he comes
Okay.
with the saw. No, he doesn't come with a sniper rifle.
So, well, still no prone position. Which
No, yeah. But guys, like he can't look up. Tell me I'm being like ridiculous about this. Tell me you're like, no, it's okay. It's okay. You're just being too hard on it. I'm being too hard on this. I'm being too hard on this. You guys are okay with this? You're okay with a $35 figure that can't look up? Really? Listen, I don't want to hear anyone defending this figure. I don't want to hear anyone coming to this figure's aid saying it's awesome. Rick, I'm telling you right now, you tell me this figure's awesome, I'll tell you you're wrong.
Don't do it, Rick.
Listen,
don't do it.
Pouches, while the idea of the pouches, like moving them around, one, you don't need to. You're not moving around pouches like when they're not even functional pouches, like there's no magazine holders or anything like that. So you're just moving pouches for pouch sake. Okay. Well, they don't stay on because the second you try to move him, they pop off, just like the Marauders ones did when it was a stupid idea. And it's just like the ones on the belt. Yeah, good luck with the ones staying on the belt. Okay. But it's just like, again, and I'm pretty sure Tony had said he was going to look for this soundbite. And I'm sorry if I'm ruining that surprise for your video, Tony, but he thought that Lenny said the vest comes, they started making vests that come off. This vest don't come off.
Oh.
So he made a vest with pouches that fall off and a vest that doesn't come off and a neck that doesn't look up and a head that doesn't go anywhere. Like, this is the worst performing double neck I've ever seen. I don't want to see anyone coming to defend this figure because, guys, you have to be honest about this stuff. You got to stop like coming out like, this figure's great. No, you got to hold them accountable because if you don't, they will continue to make lazy shit like this. Lenny is one of the absolute laziest designers I have ever witnessed in my entire life.
And he blocked me on Instagram.
Huh? And he blocked you.
Blocked me on Instagram. Yeah,
because he's a loser.
Yeah,
it's like the helmet he came with is a great looking helmet. However, like this helmet is the same as the helmet. I'm pretty sure because I saw a figure. I think it was the Airborne. Yeah, it was Airborne. Airborne comes with this same helmet that can actually fit night vision goggles on. So why did you make this helmet that can't fit night vision goggles on? Because you did a stupid job, Lenny. You did a stupid job. And it's just like the poncho's really cheap. Like, I thought this was going to be cool. I'm like, oh, awesome. Soft goods. Matt's probably like, dude, you're giving away the whole video. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm on a roll here and we got listeners watching. This is super cheap. Like, this is like some of the thinnest shit. Like, you could see through it. Like, I could watch the show like this right now because it's so thin. It's like, okay, so you give him a poncho? Why? Who gives a shit about a poncho? I'll tell you what, the best part about this figure was the backpack. The sculpting detail and the texture they put on this backpack is fantastic. The stand has no texture on. These stupid, shitty stands are just such a joke. I love it. And it's like, oh, it comes with a white and a black head. I wonder who did that first. Took you long enough to catch up. And it's like there's more I'm going to get into in my review of the video, but guys, you definitely cannot like sit here and tell me you think this figure is awesome. Because if you do, I have to like really like think twice about your judgment on things. Yeah. This is not good. Like, how are you going to defend this figure? It's like the camo's lazy. Like, they don't do the camo all over the whole leg. They just do like the front and the back. They don't do the sides like my figures do, But it's just like, it's just lazy. Like, this is lazy stuff that they know you're going to gobble up. Like, you're that kid that's sitting there, sir, can I have another? Like, that's what they did to you with this. And you did it. You took the bait. You took the bait on this figure. This is not good. I wanted this figure. I wanted to love this figure. Ask Matt, like, or you know what? You'll see it on our shopping video. I saw that figure. I was like, ooh. And I like immediately grabbed it because I was like, hell yeah, man. Because I never see anything. And I wanted this figure so bad. But nope. Damn.
Analog Toy says he comes with a belt-fed machine gun that is fired from a bipod, and he cannot look down the sights with that useless neck articulation.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
But you know that you're just saying that because you want to sell your.
I know.
Desert,
I'm just trying to be negative.
Your infantry commando figures that you're trying to sell.
Matt texted me. He goes, the entire video. No, man, people will still watch it because I'm going to get into more of it. So,
all right.
Sorry, Matt.
Then I'll leave that alone. Let's see here. I want to get back to. First of all, we got 500 people watching right now. Thank you so much. Hit the like button.
I was laying down hot takes.
Yes, 525 to be exact. Channel members, stay tuned for the after show. We are doing an after show. Gonna have our friend Chad jump on with us for that.
Ugh, why?
I don't know. You got to throw a dog a bone every now and then.
I mean, listen, I'm his handler as it is. You think I want to see that guy even more than I have to handle him all the time? Jeez.
Oh, hey, Toy Addicts, thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate you. No comment, but thank you very much. Jackboy20 with the member for 8 months. Thank you, Jackboy20. I still say Resident Evil characters and monsters would be cool. Also makes me happy every time a load Valaverse package into a truck. I work at UPS, by the way. Oh, okay. So he actually sees Valaverse packages.
No way. Do you really? That's awesome, man.
That's cool.
Take some pictures and send them to me. Be like, look, I see more of your shit.
Right on. Thank you, Jack Boy. Kent with another super chat. Thank you, Kent Heltzinger. Hello, Ryan and Bobby. If you do an animated series for Action Force, I think I read this one. What streaming services? Yeah,
I said it.
Okay, I read that one. Netflix and Amazon. Okay, Mython the Python with the super chat. Thank you, Mython. LaserPants working all day in the hot sun equals white shrivelage. He went from plump.
Basically, white potato became a curly fry.
Yes. He went from plump potato to albino raisin. Poor fella. Hope you feel better soon. No, I feel great, dude. I love doing yard work.
So do I.
Yeah. We just had a new fence put in, and so we're redoing some of the landscaping. I took down a tree.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah, my old man came over and brought his chainsaw, and we took down like a 25-foot tree, dogwood.
Nice. I love cutting down trees. It's such like a satisfying feeling. You feel like a man.
It is, yeah.
we had our backyard redone the end of the summer last year, and we had a lot of ledge, and we destroyed it all. We made this huge, giant, flat backyard. I had a lot of trees because I live up against woods.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that I hired, he was cutting down a lot of trees, and I saw this one tree, and I was like, I want to cut down that tree. So I got the chainsaw out and I started cutting it. Now I know what I'm doing. I know where to cut, how to make it fall, but I was a little weary. This tree was enormous. So I called the guy up. I said, hey, Raymond, I might need you to come over and move he had one of his equipment trucks there. I was like, I might need you to come over and move the truck. Now he lives right up the street from me. So he goes, oh, geez, what are you doing? So he came by and he's like, you really cutting down that tree? I'm like, yeah, I got bored. I was like, I saw a tree. I was like, he goes, I could have done it. I'm like, yeah, but I would want to take all the fun away from me. So I ended up he didn't need to move the truck. I planned it and it fell where I thought it was going to fall, but it was a fucking massive tree.
Yeah, you keep the firewood or?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cause he built a massive fire pit in the yard. So I have all this wood and I like chopping wood. You feel good after you chop some wood.
Yep. All right. We got, thank you, Mython. We got Thomas Flood with the member chat. Thanks for being a member for 5 months, Thomas. On the 7th day, God did not rest. He created Boog, and Boog invented everything else.
Bruh.
Thank you, Thomas.
Amazing.
It's become such a meme, and I love it.
Oh man.
Let's see here. We got Art G is in the house.
Nice.
Art G says, that's a new t-shirt, Ryan. I'm grounded in boobism. Yes.
Woo.
Definitely.
Sensitive.
I forgot I started these. X-Manny, boobism is a hardcore religion. Yes. Thank you, X-Manny. Jeff with the super chat. Thanks, Jeff. This isn't about Batman. Would it be possible to get an archer that resembles a green archer but different enough to not get sued?
Listen, if I'm going to do an archer, I'm doing a Robin Hood line. So
I mean, listen, if you do Robin Hood in all green, you pretty much got the green arrow.
It's true. It's true.
You know?
If I do like Men in Tights Robin Hood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
How cool would it be if you were able to do like Prince of Thieves?
So,
Oh man.
Michael and I have talked about this because for those Prince of Thieves fans out there, is Drew G in the chat?
Yeah, I saw him.
They did. So they showed in like a magazine or Toy Fair ad or something like that. There was like a wave 2 that never got released, and it was like all like new awesome figures. It was it was King Richard. It was a new Robin that was like movie accurate. It was another Azim. I'm trying to remember who they had. One of the the barbarian guys that come and attack Sherwood Forest. It was great, and I was like, man, I wish I could make those lost figures, but it's like that means I got to get the license for Prince of Thieves, then I got to get the license for Kevin Costner, then I got the license for Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
But I was like, it would be cool if I could do that line and do them the same 5 POA, same figures, soft goods, stuff like that, and get like the Alan Rickman, likeness rights. And it's like, I think I might have to look into that. I think I might have to look into talking with, I'm trying to even remember who.
Was it Warner Brothers?
It wasn't Warner Brothers. It was like it was either New Line or MGM. Let me look it up because I'm gonna go to them and be like, listen, what were the IP likeness rights for that line? I mean, they're probably expired by now, but it's just like getting Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, and Alan Rickman would be nuts. But I would love to do like movie accurate, because the sheriff of Nottingham, he was a RoboCop figure.
Come on, don't forget Christian Slater now. Okay.
Stop it.
I'm sure he needs the money. He'll give up those likeness rights real quick.
Yeah, right. Let's see who did this movie.
Thanks, Jeff. Analog Toys with the member chat. Thanks, man. The double neck on the 60th anniversary G.I. Joe absolutely sucks. Yep. We've talked about that. Thank you very much. Robert's Infinite Realms with the super chat. Thank you. Just read one of my comments. J/K. Great show. Thank you, Robert. If you asked a question and I missed it, I'm sorry. We've been getting bombarded. I still got 42 to get through. And I don't know if we're going to get through them all. Nikatronis with the member chat. Thanks for being a member for 4 months. Action Force are the best figures outside of Mafex. Don't change a thing. Just new figures and characters, please.
I'm sorry. What was that? I was looking at Prince of Thieves.
Nikatronis doesn't want you to change your articulation setup.
Okay. Listen, I mean, if it seems like most people don't, but that's why I put it out to you guys,
So the poll is 74% no, 26% yes, 278 votes. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Morgan Creek Productions. Don't think they're distributed by Warner Brothers, but the production company was Morgan Creek. Something tells me that they're not in business anymore. Let's see.
They're probably bought up by someone.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna look into this, guys. We're gonna do some Robin Hood figures.
X Manny says, I think only do it, the new articulation, or DC Icons articulation, only do it for smaller body types for short dudes and gals, but no need to change it. The double ball peg system works perfectly.
Cool. All right. Take all this feedback into consideration.
Jelly Jam with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Jelly Jam. Any chance of a new female body mold? Sorry if I missed any news.
I'm gonna get to it eventually. Actually, I have a 90% new female body coming in the fall. So yeah. Ryan's like, yeah. Ryan's seen it.
It's good.
Ryan knows everything, guys.
Thank you, Jelly Jam. J-Mac. LaserPants, how was your anniversary? It was good.
We went your anniversary?
It was the actual day was what was it? It was like Tuesday. But we went out, last night.
How many years?
19.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
This year's my 10-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
But yeah, I went.
Still time for her to not make it to 10.
For the first time in my life, I went to the ballet. I got tickets.
You.
Yeah, I got tickets to the ballet because Mrs. LaserPants loves that kind of thing. She wanted to go, so I got tickets, thinking I was going to hate it, and I gotta say, not that bad. It was pretty cool. Like the stuff they do on stage is unreal. I had no idea. So I got a little cultured last night. Bobby? I also had a couple drinks before, so
Yeah, you can't talk pregame for the ballet.
yeah, went to Ruth's Chris.
Ooh, that's a good steakhouse.
Yes, it is.
Listen, when you come for Terrificon, we're going to Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. That's my favorite steakhouse. Actually, it's not my favorite all time, but it's up there.
Right on. I'll look forward to that. Hayden, thank you, Hayden, for the super chat. What's a crossover you'd love to see in, I think he meant anime form, but would never realistically, legally happen? For me, I'd love G.I. Joe X Murder Drones.
I don't know enough anime.
Well, to see an animated form.
Oh.
I know mine.
I don't know.
Action Force versus the Marvel Universe. How cool would that be?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Shield has to call up Action Force to help fight.
Nice.
AIM. Yeah. That'd be cool.
All right. All right.
Yep. Nothing? You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Okay. Thank you, Hayden, for that super chat. Also, there's been a lot of crossovers lately of different stuff, and I feel like the crossover thing's getting a little worn out.
I was talking about this, during our shop visit. Sorry, Matt, I'm going to talk more about it. But it seems like Turtles whores themselves out, man. They're like, you want to mix something with Turtles? Let's go. Turtles Golden Girls? Sure. So I'm just like, it's just a matter of time before we do Turtles Action Force characters. But dude, they do everything Turtles. You see Turtles with every line. It's kind of like nuts.
Yep. Batman, Power Rangers.
Yep. Transformers.
Master Pain 80 wants to know if we've seen Fallout yet. I have not seen it.
Not yet.
And I've never played the game, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a video game guy, so
I really have no interest in the show. Thank you, Master Pain. Facetino 93. Hope you're doing better, man. He says, Bobby, you would do good with Fallout or Dead Space.
That's what some people tell me.
Dead Space would be cool. It's like zombies in outer space, I think. Yeah.
Oh. Zombies are like played out. Like I wonder if like the zombie trend is gone, or if people still care about zombies.
It comes and goes. It's like zombies are popular for a while, then vampires.
Yeah.
Then werewolves, and then
I just watched the Last of Us. I was late to the party, and I'm just like I didn't realize like zombies was still a thing. I thought after The Walking Dead people wouldn't care about zombie show, but it turned out to be a really good show. Now they were different zombies. They weren't like, I mean, they followed the same rules where if I bite you, you turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
But I like how theirs was like wheat food based, which makes sense because if it's something, but everything's always airborne and virus. It's just like, it would be cool if like it was food based,
Mm-hmm. Cool. Let's see here. Thoughts on the new Transformers 1 movie trailer?
I don't give a shit.
I watched it. I wasn't impressed, but I don't know. I will probably go to see it because I'm sure my kid will want to see it. So I'll let you know after I see it. The trailer didn't really do anything for me. It kind of felt like Thor: Love and Thunder for some reason.
Ew.
Watching that, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Marquise Dana, thank you for the super chat. Can you do a UKR Zelensky figure for Dan Larson?
God.
What is UKR Zelensky?
Ukraine.
Zelensky's
the president.
Okay, don't say that name anymore. We'll get YouTube will shut us down. I'm sure.
Probably. I wouldn't. You know what? The only thing I would do for Dan Larson is probably give him the finger or laugh at him. That guy's such a joke. Let me guess. He's using his toy platform to push politics. Shocker, loser. Leave people alone and let them just like toys. Stop trying to push your stupid agenda on them. You loser. You loser that can't make you're not even a man enough to make eye contact with me. You see me at a convention, you loser. I'll be seeing you on the 18th. Don't worry, clown.
But you're just there to sell toys and be.
I'm just there to sell toys. I'm just gonna sit there and laugh at him because he's not gonna come by that Action Force booth.
No.
He should come by and like apologize for being an idiot. Listen, if you guys follow him and watch his channel,
nope.
I might have to lose a bit of respect. Don't give that guy views.
I used to, but not anymore.
I mean, if you're gonna watch his channel, just read Wikipedia. Yeah.
Just get right to it. Let's see here. We got Wesley Hendricks. Thank you for the member for 4 months. Would Bobby consider doing a Build-A-Figure?
Yes. Maybe not a figure, but a build of something.
There you go.
I do like the idea of collecting enough things to get something else. I've always loved that concept. I think that's great. Whether it's build a figure, collect and connect, whatever have you, it's just cool. It's a cool concept. When I did the UFC line, my original concept was to do a build a figure Joe Rogan, and UFC said no. They were like, no, because I don't think they have like likeness rights to Joe Rogan. I think he's just on his own, and Joe Rogan seems like the kind of guy that he wouldn't want an action figure done of himself. So yeah, but I thought it would have been cool to do a Joe Rogan figure.
All right. I got someone begging me to read their comment, and I'm not finding it. So, but I may already have it started as well. So, let's see here. Not Top Goon. Thank you for the super chat, Goon. He says, Action Force are the best figures I've animated so far. Keep the double ball. Great range of motion without breaking up the sculpt. They are absolutely perfect.
Nice.
Thank you, Goon.
All right. I don't want to hold on. Okay. I'm not trying to make the show about this. I have to address it though. I have to. So I'm going to show it. All right. So first of all, I don't give a shit what people talk about. My wife is Jewish. So that is just out the window. So who's ever saying that, go fuck yourself and go play in traffic.
A Toy Galaxy chat? What the hell is that?
Yeah.
One of their live streams?
This is the typical Toy Galaxy like fan base. This is what they breed. They breed disgusting, vile humans, and Dan is okay with it. Because go ahead.
Just saying something like that, saying you're anti-Semite or calling us racist or homophobic.
Yep.
Those are reputation life-ruining accusations that
100%.
should not be thrown around lightly, because it takes away from people that actually are.
Yep.
It just makes it pisses me off. Like, save that for the people that actually are. Don't just say it about someone because you don't like them or you're mad at them. That's bullshit.
I would love whoever that loser of a human being that said that Dan allowed them to say and probably didn't chastise them for it. My wife's Jewish. My in-laws are Jewish. I got Jewish family. So tell me again how that is accurate. But again, Dan breeds the same kind of disgusting human beings that His Tank does. His Tank allows people to say that I beat my wife and kids and doesn't chastise them about it. They allow people to call me a terrorist and call me homophobic without even anything. Well, you know what? That shit's going to catch up to people. You cannot allow people to say that. So, that dickhead that runs His Tank, you allow disgusting, vile human beings to run rampant, and you don't even police them because you're a coward to do so, and you should be. Same thing with Dan. All you guys, you call us toxic. Let me tell you something. You guys breed the most disgusting, vile human beings, and you allow it, so you are just as bad as them. Dan is just as bad as the guy that said that about me. And Fran is just as bad as the scumbag that said I beat my wife and kids. So you go deal with your fan base with that and then say we're toxic, you fucking losers. Sorry. That shit just pisses me off. It's like, listen, you cannot like me for toys or whatever. When you start saying disgusting shit like that, You're a piece of shit human being. You have
By the
no
way,
what?
By the way, they're saying that without anything to back it up. They're just
Exactly.
making it up. They're lies.
Exactly.
They are lies.
Dan, you should apologize to me personally for allowing your fan base to say false shit like that. You hold your people accountable.
Hold on, assuming what Darkest Cloister is saying is true.
Sure.
Because we don't actually know. But if it's true, then that's
now Dan has to come forward and prove that it's not. Now he's on the hook. Disgusting humans. Disgusting. That's super offensive. Super offensive to a guy who married a Jewish girl.
Yeah. Great. We have a Jew on this channel every now and then. Jeremy Jernigan.
Good job, Dan. Good job, Fran. You guys are awesome human beings.
I don't know who
Fran runs his tank.
Oh, okay.
He's a typical boss fight jerk off guy. But it's like he's, he allows those people. Again, let a guy say that I beat my wife and kids, did nothing about it.
Right.
Nothing about it. That's fine. Again, where was the proof for that? Go ahead. Let people say accusations like that.
Anti-Semite.
I'll take care of it.
It's the same thing they did with Gina Carano. Oh, she's an anti-Semite.
Yep.
She never did anything anti.
Yep.
Oh, it drives me nuts. Just the lies, the absolute lies that are told.
Yep.
Just because they don't like you.
Yep.
It's so stupid. Just
if you want to keep it about toys, keep it about toys. Once you start bringing that shit, it makes me real fucking angry.
Yep.
And that's what I'm not gonna let you live that down.
When we had the big dust up with Boog, people were calling him racist. I never said that. I'm not joining in on that.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy's heart.
People are quick to jump to that shit for no reason. Without any proof, without any reason. Just
yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Where was I? Did I get to Goons? Yeah, I got to Goons. Yes. Christopher. There we go. Christopher Bouchard. Thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, hello, Bobby. Can't wait to get the Legend of the White Dragon figures.
Me too.
You should have them soon. They're shipping out this week.
Yep. My team's going to be hard at work starting I think Tuesday, Wednesday. We got our crew in here. We're going to be plowing through those orders, man.
All right. And we have to bring this up because I actually already addressed this kind of, but Darth Gar says the jacket has no straps to justify the figure wearing a backpack. That's a stupid decision. I addressed that though. I said if there's straps, they're going to get in the way of articulation. So you kind of have to suspend belief a little bit so that you can still articulate the figure. I want my figure to wear a backpack and get in a pistol holding position. If you have straps there, it's going to hinder it. I'd rather it just not be there. So I'd rather have the hole in the back so you can put the backpack in that way.
Yeah,
that's
some
me.
people don't like it.
Yeah. So I don't think that's a stupid decision at all. That's a decision choosing articulation over aesthetic, which I prefer articulation personally. And I know a lot of Action Force fans do.
Yep.
All right. Junkion. Crafts and Builds. Thank you for the super chat, Junkion. A villain's wave would be fantastic.
Yup.
Absolutely.
I got some good ones. That's a good one.
Thank you, Junkion. Headcanon with the super chat. Thank you, Headcanon. Is there anyone that has influenced your business philosophy, or was it just years of seeing folks go in the wrong direction and you went the opposite?
I mean, it's a combination. It's like I look at one, what I just thought was the right move to make. I've seen what other companies have done, but I don't think there was one thing that stood out like, oh, like that was done perfect. I want to follow that. So yeah, I'm trying to think. You know what it is? It's like so much has happened over the last 4 years that I try to remember like how things started, how things were influenced that, and I can't always remember. And then I'll stop and I'll think about it. And then it'll come to me, or I'll be like, oh, I remember that person, told me to do this and that. But as far as business goes, I just kind of do. I don't try to say I want to follow the way that guy does it or the way this guy does it. I try to go with my gut, and I've been right 98% of the time. I look at, you try to look at successful people, and I've said this before that, you start a company it's not about losing money. It's about making money. So anyone that starts a company and doesn't want to make money, they're full of shit. So, and when you are a business person, you have to be ruthless. Like, it's a business. Like, the name of the game is making money. Yes, I want to make great product and great toys and stuff, but at the end of the day, I want to retire early, and I want to live in a mansion, and I want to make sure my family is financially set. So you get into business to be successful. Look at guys like, I know Steve Jobs, like, he cared about the product, which is what I do. I care about the product, but at the end of the day, you want it to be successful. Mark Cuban got to be successful. All those top guys, they have a bit of ruthless nature to them. So you have to kind of make sure you're doing the right decisions. I will always advocate for the consumer. Even though it's a business, you try to make as much money as possible. But look, I've lowered prices, gave free shipping, that sort of thing, because it's important to give back to the people that made you. You don't just look you don't look at the consumer as a sponge. That's what Hasbro does. You don't squeeze that sponge and try to get everything out of them. You thank them for allowing you to be successful, and you give back. So, I try to follow that sort of philosophy.
Yeah. Thank you, Headcanon. Jeremy Kimberlin wants to know any chance of the Vanguard drivers, the Reapers, being sold separately?
Probably not. It's like, did G.I. Joe sell the vehicle driver separately? No. Are you going to see Clutch being sold separately from the Vamp? So they're meant to be the Vanguard drivers. So to me, there's no reason to sell them individually.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Mobile Recluse with the member chat for 8 months. Thank you, Mobile Recluse. Any chance of doing a supernatural or horror line?
Ooh, Supernaturals were great. I love holograms.
Yeah.
I wonder if you I would love to do some gimmicky ass shit like a hologram. But you know what I would love to do is, do you remember, for those of you comic fans out there, during the Executioner song, when Wolverine got his adamantium ripped out of him, they had holograms on the covers of the comics, and they were some of the most in-depth holograms you've ever seen. Like, you could look levels in. I want to do holograms like that, like something that's going to jump out at you. So maybe the hologram technology has gotten really good. I would also like to see, you always see holograms on a flat surface. I want to see if you could do a hologram wrap. Like, could you make an already 3D surface even more 3D? So it's that kind of shit I think about,
Yeah, it'd be cool. Real quick, Nikatronus wants to show something, and I thought it was cool, so I'm going to bring it up. He is a 3D printer hobbyist. Here it is. Let me put this on screen. He made something that I want from, I think this should be a HasLab personally, but he made a 3D printed 1/12 scale Optimus Prime.
Whoa. That's pretty epic. Man, that thing's huge.
Yep. Wow. Can you see Duke sitting there driving that around? That'd be pretty sweet, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome. Good job, Nico. All right, we got let's see here. Flash Johnston. Hey, Bobby, any updates on the Action Force movie? We need those Danger Girl figures by Valaverse.
Man, if Danger Girl was just relevant, man, I'd be the guy to do them. The Action Force movie, I will have news most likely at DFW. There's some wild stuff going on right now. I'm pretty sure this week coming up, I have an unbelievable meeting with an unbelievable name person that is hopefully going to be part of the movie. So
awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Flash. Jeremy J with the super chat. Thanks, Jeremy. Bobby. Bobby. Backpack hole hurts my fifis. Thank you, Jeremy.
I want to make a new Action Force shirt for the Teespring store. It just says Action Force on the front, and then it's just a backpack hole on the back. and I want it to say largely unnecessary.
Yeah. Let's see here. Figure Fever has a question. Bobby, will you be making exclusives to other online retail stores as well, or just with Big Bad Toy Store. However, I do like Big Bad Toy Store. Great service. Thank you.
Big Bad has been a great partner. I love doing exclusives for them. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have stuff planned. We'll see.
All right. Timothy Ward wants to let everyone know that Action Force is available at Jay's CD and Hobby in the Iowa area. I've seen them in person.
Yep. They're a new partner. They're doing great.
Thank you, Timothy. Let's see here. Fred F needs a refresher. Who was the finalist of who will be in Wave 5? Been so excited for this wave since it was revealed last year.
Who's the finalist of who? The next YouTube video where we go through the last remaining items for Road to 100 will tell you all of Series 5.
Cool. There you go, Fred. Stay tuned. Yeah, subscribe to the Valaverse channel. Videos have been getting really good.
Yeah.
Thanks to Matt. Matt?
Yes, thanks to Matt. Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember if it was Matt or Mark. Greg Harris, thanks for becoming a channel member. Stay tuned for the after show. About 15 minutes after this ends. Drew G, thanks for the member chat. 8 months. Bobby, the swarm can fly. Why can't Steel Brigade? You could make them flight packs and name them the Steel Hawks. Danger Girl IP for the action figures.
You read my mind, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see about. Listen, everyone needs to fight in the air at some point. So I'll get them all up there.
Cool. Biff Jocko with the member chat. Thank you, Biff, for being a member for 8 months. Bobby, if you could make one and only one Batman figure, what style would you go for? Any specific style or artist, or do your own version?
Wow.
Like Todd McFarlane did his own version. It was cool. Had knives.
I can make my action figures. I
knives.
don't know, man. It's like, I mean, Jim Lee's like, okay, so there's good art like Jim Lee, Tim Sale. I don't think I would do a figure based on someone's art style. So if I was doing just a figure, I mean, the Azrael armor Batman is up there. So if I could do one, I would do that one. Although it's just like I wouldn't feel the need to do one because Mafex did it perfect. Now,
I was gonna say Mafex did it.
You know, Mafex is gonna do Nightfall Batman like regular Batman, gray and blue Batman. So I'm gonna have my perfect Batman. So I won't have a need to do one. If I could go back and do one, the deep dive Batman, the yellow Batman with the scuba gear from the Batman Returns line, I would do that Batman all day. That was a great figure. Absolutely great figure.
I loved all those weird colored Batman figures from the Dark Knight collection, man. I was all about that as a kid. All right, we got Sal Vader with the member chat for 6 months. Thanks, Sal. Become a member. It costs $1 and you get double the content every month. Also hit the like button, you hooligans. It's not $1. I must correct you. I think it's $2. There's a $2 and a $5 level. But thank you. Yes. You get lots of extra content. Thank you, Sal. Appreciate that, man. Toy Collector Magazine is here. He says, happy Saturday, everyone. Thank you very much. I got to get him on the show. I'm so sorry, man. I got to get you on.
Yeah, Blake is great. I think he'd be good to have on the show.
All right. Let's see here. Dig Dirkler. Maybe not cops and firefighters, but SWAT would sell better, right?
Yeah, SWAT, you're getting into the tactical realm. I think the more tactical, the better. But again, it's like SWAT it's old SWAT. Like we have this idea of SWAT, like the old style helmets, the old riot shields. SWAT's just a very dated thing. Like I don't know what like some of the new SWAT teams are rocking as far as gear. It's not stuff that as good as like Special Forces has and stuff like that. So I just think that SWAT.
Come to Seattle, you'll see SWAT.
Yeah,
in the streets, taking out, autonomous zones. They have like clear shields now, like
Oh, really?
Yeah, some of them. Thank you, Dig Dirkler. Lou Caruso. The helmet used for the gas mask heads. Any chance we could get the helmets alone?
Series 5, baby.
All right. Very, very good. Hayden with the super chat. Thank you, Hayden. What? Oh, I read that. Yeah, okay. I read that one. Greg Harris, thanks for the super chat. No message. Appreciate that. Jeff Roton, thanks for the super chat. Will the 100th Action Force be on sale online if we can't make it to DFW?
All right, so here's the thing. So Matt's going to be mad at me because I'm going to talk about stuff that's already in a video. I'll say it now just because people got a little upset. They're like, well, I've been following the line. You're just making it show exclusive. Like, I should be able to get it. Have I ever made something that wasn't available to you later? And the answer is no. All the stuff has always been made available. However, I'm treating this new item as a show exclusive for 90% of 2024. And then maybe at the end of the year, or maybe at the very start of 2025, then I'll put it up. I want to make sure that you're going to these shows if you can. I know some of you can't, but but listen, that's just what it is. However, it'll be available later. If FOMO kills you, go to the show or send someone to go to the show to buy it for you. But if you can wait, it'll be available later. Don't worry.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Let's see here. We got Alex S with a member chat for 8 months. Thank you, Alex. Hey guys, 2 questions. Since we won't get first responder line, a first responder line, can we get some tan or black gear packs? And 2, should I lay $450 on the Rangers series?
Yes, you should. I can't wait for tomorrow. I told my wife, I said, listen, 3:00, kids are staying at my in-laws. I said, me and you were going out do some day drinking. I said, we're going to go watch the start of some playoff hockey. This is where I get really excited for playoff hockey. The caliber of playoff hockey is amazing. And I'm just it's just Rangers playoffs, baby. The Rangers were the best team in the NHL this year. They had the best record. They won the President's Trophy. So it's as a Ranger fan, you're excited, So yeah, $450 on the series. Absolutely. I think they're probably going to win in 5. I mean, a sweep would be nice, but I'll give Washington credit, but we'll see. I mean, you know what? I think I'll put $450 on the series to match you.
Okay.
Let's do it.
There we go.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah. And tan and black ear packs, I made those already. Where you been?
Maybe a reissue, but moving forward, new stuff.
Yep.
Thank you, Alex. Bobby, you want to take the next one? I'll be right back.
Sure. That means, wait, I got to go to the starred comment. Wait, he wants me to do stuff? Oh, man, this is bad. Because now I have to, do Ryan's job. Oh, shit. All right, guys, bear with me because now this is embarrassing. Because now I got to figure out what to do. I'm pretty sure I go into the starred comments and find this one. John P. with the $5 super chat. Bobby, thanks for all you do. No, thank you. I do it for you guys. Have you considered taking on passive investors? Not that you need it, but would love to invest in your company. I appreciate that. I'm not taking on any investors at the moment. Some people have come forward and wanted to, but when I first started the company or had the idea to start the company, I asked a couple of people if they wanted to come in on it. And they both said, I think you can do this on your own. You don't need me. So, I kind of did it, and I've been doing it, on my own, with the help of people, but it's been me making all the decisions. So, I'm not there yet. I mean, maybe one day, Valaverse will get bought out by a company that is public, and then you can invest that way. But as far as investors at this point, don't need them yet, but I appreciate you asking. So thank you. All right, let me do that. Let's see. Cosmic Gladiator. Wow, member for 6 months. Thank you. Bobby, thank you for the free 4-inch desert route with my Eclipse order. You're very welcome. I'm glad people dug the the free offer with that kind of stuff. So you're welcome. Thanks for ordering.
All right, you did a good job, Bobby.
I didn't know what to do. I felt on the spot, and I was a mess.
Okay, I'll take over. V Conley, thanks for the super chat, man. Bobby, how funny is it to see people who love the Vamp and complained about the Vanguard's prices shell out almost $200 for the Gridiron add-ons? Also, got a cool Steel Brigade banner for you.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna give a little shout out here to somebody that you would find surprising that I would give the shout out to, because he's almost been a bit of a nemesis for a while, and he came out with a video that I actually watched while I was on vacation, and he had some really great things to say about me and the Vanguard, and that was Iron Ken 3000.
It's a setup. It's a setup.
I know it's a setup. It's a trap. So, yeah, he made a video talking about the Vanguard and what a great offer it was, and he actually kind of laced into the people getting the vamp, saying it's a better deal, but then spending all this money for 3D printed dog shit to put on your vamp, and now your vamp becomes over $200. And it's just like, what? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It has to be.
It's silly. I like to sit here and laugh at them.
It has to be said, since someone was calling you an anti-Semite.
Sure.
He got into it with some classified fans and was calling them white supremacists. So, not
Same
cool.
guy?
Yeah, like Jeremy Kimberlin. Like, the dude is the most unracist dude of all time. So, we got to say it. Like,
Wait,
thanks for the comments about the Vanguard, but
Wait,
I think.
Oh, you're talking about Iron Ken.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he said some stuff, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna praise him about the one video, but he still said a lot of shit over time.
Yeah.
So,
Rondo said he wants a free Vanguard.
Who?
Iron Ken, don't do it. Thanks, V. Conley. Appreciate that, man. Did you comment on the $200?
Yeah, I said how silly it was.
Okay.
It's like, it's just like, what are you doing, guys? Like, you're buying this 3D printed garbage that's overpriced to put on something that was a great price, but now you're like way over because you want what?
No, go ahead.
No, you finish. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, which will probably be included on a future vamp release.
Well, that's what I find funny is they watch here. I'm going to get chastised again because I'm shitting on Gridiron as usual, but guys, they suck. I mean, they made a vintage Firefly gear pack that was $40, twice as much as the figure. So basically, it was like, hey, buy this $20 or $25 figure, and then buy this $40 3D printed pack to make him vintage. And then Hasbro puts out the vintage one like 6 months later.
Yeah.
So it's like, guys, listen, the dudes that love them and support them, great. If you want to pay overpriced shit, okay. But it's just like, dude, Hasbro's eventually going to get to it. They're really going to get to it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Let's see here. We got Tim Taser. Tim Taser, member for 8 months. Thank you, Tim. Also on the Action Soldier and the Stalker and Grunt Bucks, they can't put their arms down.
Really? Yeah, I'm messing with him right now. He can't put his arms down, but I mean, let's just add it to the list.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim. We got one from Big Time Nerd 1990, member for 2 months. Thank you, Bobby, for saving 60 plus Canadian rupees. Gonna put it towards more Action Force. I'm hooked off Hasbro stuff for more time with action.
Thanks, man. Anytime. Glad I could save you a little bit.
Thank you, Big Time Nerd. Oh, we got a member chat from J Rod for 8 months. Thank you. Keep up the great work, boys. Thank you. We will. Ramen Toys here. What's up, Ace? Member for 8 months. Hey, Mr. Laserpants, all 520 people in the chat. Mr. Valaverse, really pumped for all the toys coming in 2024. What a good time to be a collector.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Ramen Racers they're on the way.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Good times.
I can't wait to put Pandora in one. She's going to look perfect.
That will be cool.
Perfect.
Thank you, Ace. A slight delay with the Musk. Some things need to be changed, but planning on the pre-orders going up in June at this point, he said. So just push back a little bit. Kent Heltzinger, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Bobby, will you ever do a video game trading cards for Action Force?
I would love to. You know, a video game is definitely something on the radar. Trading cards, I love trading cards. So it's like I just want I want the line to get like more recognition, bigger, because I want to do something, but I want to make sure like, something like a trading card, they're expensive to do. And I also want to do like what they do with like sports cards now. You get like the super rare things or the signed card or the game used jersey kind of thing. I would love to like do something like, I don't know, if you had a card, like if you think of like the cards with, the game used piece of jersey in it, like what if I had like a prototype weapon or something and that was encased in a card? Like I want to do something like that. Like it's cool shit. Like no one's ever done with trading cards as far as like toy trading cards, but I want to like bring the toy aspect into the trading card. But I also, like, you guys know, I love the Defiant Plasm series where that was cards you collected to make the comic. I want to bring that back. That was so ahead of its time, or actually not ahead of its time. It was the right time because that was the height of comics and trading cards. So I would love to do something like that again. So, yeah, trading cards is in the works.
Cool. Awesome. You know what would be cool with the trading cards? An Action Force binder to put them in.
Yes.
That'd be cool. All right. Let's see
so
here.
Matt texted me. He said he's Toy Addicts that sent you cash. Did he do a super chat?
Thanks. Yeah, he did. He sent $2, but no comment.
$2? Come on, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. Ammo to go. With the member chat for 8 months. Thank you, Ammo to go. By the way, he bought 10 memberships for others, so thanks for that, man. Any chance of a modern compound bow or crossbow making its way into a gear pack? Warpath Eclipse would look amazing with either.
Yes, I have ideas for them. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Nostalgia Knot. Thank you for the member chat for 8 months. If a company did a 6-inch Mad Max line, thinking all films, not just the new one, without vehicles, would it hurt sales? Bobby, your thoughts?
No, because those characters, it's not like Mask, it's not like Exo Squad, it's not like Sectars, where the vehicle was the star. Mad Max, the characters were the star, and it just so happened it had really great vehicles. Sort of like G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, the characters are the stars. So I think a 6-inch Mad Max line would do incredibly well. It's just, it's like, okay, well, you would need to get Mel Gibson's likeness because, you'd want to do all 3 movies. I would probably want to do, I want to do some Tina Turner action, because we don't need another hero. You got to worry about getting her. Then it's like if you want to do the Fury Road stuff, you got to worry about that. It's like when you do it like actor likenesses, that shit sucks. I'm pretty sure that's why McFarlane kind of does what he does, because if you notice, the actors don't really look like them.
Yeah,
so I think that's his way of getting around it. So, now I want to say that who did that? What toy line did that? I think it was a Jazzwares toy line. Oh yeah. So the World War Z, for those of you who remember the World War Z figures, they were dog shit. This is back when like Jazzwares kind of first started and they were just not really doing well, but they did World War Z figures and, it wasn't Brad Pitt. It was, but it was just the characters from the movie, but not Brad Pitt. So, I guess that's, you could probably do Mad Max and just make him a generic guy, but I think at the end of the day, people want him to look like Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Wow. Real Ramen Toy Ace.
Oh,
thank you for 10 3 POA podcast memberships. Rondo Mad Villain, Hopkins Von Rabbitarius, Slade on Slade, Headcanon, Jake Holmes 1, Dave J, Boss Bradley, B Rivera, and Joel Vegblick. Wow. You guys are all channel members. Thanks to Ramen Toy Ace. Much appreciated. Very nice of you, man. That's awesome. Thank you, Ace. 10 memberships. All right. Let's see here. Back to it with Daddy Ivo. Thanks for the super chat. The Classified Action Soldier, $35. Nah, dude. Great design, poor execution. $35 plus can go to MREs. You can't eat figures during the apocalypse. That's true. Costco, great place to get what's it called? Emergency rations. They got buckets of them.
Costco,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slacker Supreme. Ryan, my comment was that I was working on Action Force customs using Mega Constructs. Okay. Cool. That's what he wanted to say.
Okay.
Post pictures of them and tag the 3POA podcast on Instagram or Facebook. I'll check it out. Thank you, Slacker Supreme. Jared with the super chat. Thank you, Jared. He says, hey guys, did you consider doing a face/name character in the Arctic Wave? And secondly, is it possible for future head packs can be generic faces, or are you only doing name characters and helmets and masks?
For the second part of the question, just wait and see. For the first question, no, I didn't think about doing name characters because everything's so customizable. You just get the Arctic Trooper and then make your own Arctic versions of those characters. Tony put out a great video. You guys should watch it. Where he makes an Arctic desert rat. So it's like I make it available for you guys to do. So I don't need to always just do the named characters as these versions.
Oh! Yes!
Whoa! Or
Ace! With another 10 memberships. Thank you, Ace. Let's see who got it here. GR81J, Tony Horton, B&B Toys, HGC, Rorge, 81, Peter John Kamikawa, Christopher Rose, Wave 7 Crockett, LaserPants. Me, I got one. And Rob. Thank you, Ace. Man, 20 3POA memberships. Thank you very much, Ace. That is too kind, man. Much appreciated. Ace, you're killing it, fam. That's how I talk now. Ace, you're killing it, fam. Okay. Those names are added randomly, by the way, just so you guys know. Yeah. Okay. 49er Brian, thank you for the super chat. Bobby, would you ever do a line of musical figures? Who are some of your favorite artists?
No. It's kind of like what I said about how things just not resonating with toy fans. And I see my favorite company, Super 7, doing music figures. There's no way they sell. Like
McFarlane's doing them now too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
But it's like, good luck, guys. I don't want any part of that smoke. Listen, my favorite all-time band, Led Zeppelin. I'm not going to do Led Zeppelin Latin figures because it's not going to sell.
And they probably wouldn't sign off on it. Let's be honest.
Exactly. They're very. They don't sign off on much. Even like you don't see a lot of their stuff being used in movies. However, I told our producer, I'm like, I want my favorite Led Zeppelin song in this one scene in the movie. So I don't care what we got to pay for, but we're getting the rights to that. Yeah, that song. It's like, I don't know. I mean, you have, I guess, like if you're a Gwar fan, like, they'd have to like have a cool look or like Kiss or something. But
Gwar.
Still, what? Oh, it's called Gwar.
Gwar. I don't know.
But
nuts.
If I just don't see them doing well, and I want no part of it.
You know what would sell probably like 1 million figures? The Beastie Boys. You should just do the Beastie Boys.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. I say that selfishly. Thank you, Brian. 49er Brian. Eric Alfred Abel, thank you for the super chat. Have you ever thought about doing tribute figures to real American heroes like Chesty or Dan Daly?
I mean, I did a Tim Kennedy figure. Like, I don't know what constitutes a real American hero. I mean, he saved a bunch of lives and did a lot, but I mean, I don't know. Again, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if people care. Again, it's just like the Tim Kennedy experiment. It worked. It worked for Action Force fans. It didn't work for Tim Kennedy fans. They don't care. It's not the same. You know, it's rare that military people are toy fans. It's rare that UFC and sports people are toy fans. So we're not a common thing. And that's okay. I'm not putting down toy fans. I'm just saying toy fans are into the toy fan stuff, movies and video games. Like, you know, some people are just into different stuff, and it's just that you know, kind of stuff doesn't resonate with toy fans.
I did see there's like a Kickstarter for like real American soldier action figures.
Yeah, there's a company that they were doing like 4-inch customized figures, like hand painted figures of like soldiers and stuff like that. And now they're like, just like everyone, I'm gonna get my hand in the toy ring and think it's easy to do because I could do a Kickstarter. All right, man. Good luck.
I mean, they are giving to charity. They're giving to one of the charities.
It's definitely a good cause. It's just I'm not shitting on anything that they're doing. I think it's a great idea. I'm shitting on the fact that you know how I feel about people getting into the toy industry that aren't toy people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. All right, thank you, Eric Alfred Abel. Jared with the super chat. Thank you, Jared. He says, excited for Legends of the White Dragon. Do those head sculpts also work on Action Force figures? We'll love to mix the two lines.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they're made for Lightning Collection, but I'm pretty sure the ball joint on Lightning Collection is very similar to the Action Force ball joint.
Yes, I have put Lightning Collection figure heads on Action Force, and they're a little snug, but they do fit.
Okay.
Jeremy J, and by the way, I don't know if Lightning Collection is all the same ball peg size. Probably not. Let's see here. Thank you for the super chat, Jeremy. Current SWAT teams are almost indistinguishable from SOCOM operators.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Good to know.
Thank you, Jeremy. Greg Harris with the super chat. Thank you. Bobby, hey, are you going to do an upgrade kit for Gemini with a new head? Would you do glasses and pigtails?
You guys stop asking me for stuff. Listen, you guys are sponges, and you're supposed to just like whatever I put out. So I'm not going to make anything you want. I'm just going to put out what I put out, and you have to buy it and love it and ask for more. No, I mean, listen, I love those upgrade packs, and they did really well for us. So the experiment worked. So we're definitely going to do more in the future.
Cool. All right, we got Marquise Dana. Thanks for the super chat. I would invest in Valaverse if Vala could figure out how to make figures as amazing as his in America. Things could kick off with China at any moment. This stream is getting demonetized.
Yeah, right. 100%. I tried. I've gotten into it before. I tried doing US stuff. It's just impossible. I'm not going to get into it now, but it's just impossible.
Yep. Let's see here. Got one from
we've gone for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through
5:16 listening.
You got to shorten your answers, Bobby. They're too long.
I know. Yes. No. Yes. Maybe. Never.
DJ Bill Utley, thanks for the member chat for 4 months. Bobby, maybe an AT4 and a weapons pack?
No.
All right.
Maybe.
TK804 Storm, thanks for the super chat. No message. Much appreciated.
Yes.
Dino Spumoni, thanks for the super chat. Build a modular dio?
Never.
Okay.
Never. No, it's cool. I like it.
Thank you, Dino. Or Dino, I forget. Be chillin', thanks for the member chat for 6 months. Bobby, you're from Jersey, right? Just curious, how did you end up a Rangers fan rather than the Devils?
No. When my brothers were Ranger fans, so I kind of became like adopted into being a Rangers fan, and it was like I became a Rangers fan. It was like the 92-93 season. So then it was like the year before they won the cup. So it was like, then they won the cup. So it was like, it was cool. Like I remember like watching that game 7, like with my family. It was pretty wild, but I always hated the Devils because it was a rivalry. And then I played on 2 different teams in high school, and we played at the same rink, and that rink was the practice facility for the Devils. So I would see them. I had morning practice at 6 a.m. I would see the Devils all the time, skating before us. Like they were on the ice before us. So it was pretty nuts. So I saw those guys constantly. And then the one bar that was like my townie bar, the Devils were always in. And I almost got thrown out of one because I hated Brodeur and I was a Lundqvist fan. And I beat Brodeur in beer pong. And the last shot I sunk on him, I went Lundqvist and I nailed the shot.
Oh.
And like, people were really angry at me, and and they were like, throw him out of here. And then Proto was kind of cool about it, but they said no, and I didn't get thrown out, but it was funny.
Let's see. We used to say for your mom and then sink it. Let's see. We got Venomic Studios. Thanks for the super chat. Your thoughts on McFarlane selling single release figures with a code for a digital figure at his previous price point for a Bathwave release?
Like,
I think it's
NFT.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's a digital. It's a JPEG.
Didn't he get the memo that trend died?
No, he didn't.
Like, he should have, because I remember, like, I looked into it because I didn't understand them, and then when I realized what they're on, I'm like, wow, this is stupid. This isn't gonna last. And like 6 months later, it was dead.
Yeah. No, I think it's dumb.
Really dumb.
I won't buy them. Thank you, Venomic Studios. Stacy Hatch with 5 free POA podcast memberships. Thank you very much, Stacy. I didn't see who got them. Here it is. Joseph Joe Kerr, Princeton Phalanx 59, Louis Strasser, Billy Merriquin, Mark Jackson. Congrats, you're all members. Thanks to Stacy Hatch. Stacy, thank you very much.
Thanks, Stacy.
Appreciate it. Pokey87, thanks for the member chat. Great show tonight. Thanks, fellas. Thank you, Pokey. And then our last super chat, Action Creature, thank you very much. Hey, Bobby, was wondering if you would ever consider a line of Helldivers figures. It's a new, massive, popular Space Marine game. Tons of different armors, weapons, and enemy types. First of all, thank you very much for that super chat. Bobby, go ahead.
Yeah, we definitely went through it. I've been hearing a lot about Helldivers, but again, I'm sure someone's gonna do it already. McFarlane's probably already working on them.
All right. Thank you very much, Action Creature. All right, channel members. We just got another one coming. Comic Fiction. Thank you, sir. He says McFarlane is calling them phygital releases. Oh, physical and digital. Phygital.
Or phygital releases.
Oh, I'm gonna call them phygital. Okay. Thank you, Comic Fiction. Much appreciated. And John Battle rolling in at the last minute. Hey, Bobby, when's the pre-sale going up for Series 5?
Mid-May, when I get back from China.
There we go, mid-May. Thank you, John Battle. Appreciate that. Channel members, stay tuned for the after show. We're going to be going live pretty soon. If you're not a member, you want to join, hit the join button down below. That's all I got. Stay tuned to the Valaverse channel every Saturday morning. Got new videos going up. And I should be back here with another live on Wednesday. Thank you all so much. Have a good night. Bobby.
See you, gang. Thanks for stopping by, San Diego.
San Diego? I almost cut you off. Go ahead. Do the Ron Burgundy. Go ahead.
Go fuck yourselves, San Diego.